Welcome, 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 everybody. This is the first time we've done something like this in a damn hot minute.
Yeah, life's been a little busy, but we're back on track with this retrospective, folks. And this is actually take two of this particular movie.
Yeah, I still don't know which particular channel I'm going to be posting this on. Maybe it's going to be MediaPub because that's a little more fitting. And that's the reason I
Well, then
made
I
the
guess,
channel.
you're gonna
Right.
have to start uploading the others to that channel too. Then,
Hmm. I'll just
just a
leave a
suggestion.
I'll just leave a link to the others in the description. That'll save me some time.
Yeah, but obviously introductions. Obviously, you know our beautiful host Tom, and then of course you got me and Justin.
Yeesh, somebody loves a
I
Christmas bonus.
Nah, no, I'm just having a really good day today.
You know what? So am I.
I have a feeling that's gonna be done by the time we get to an hour in. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, but
Ah,
all right. To kind of stop beating around the bush, where we're getting started is that we're redoing our retrospective on the Transformers movies that have released over the years, and we're redoing number 3 on the list, which is Transformers: Dark of the Moon, that released in 2011.
well, technically number four, but still. It's the
And
third entry, and it's
oh yeah,
entry
yeah.
in
I
the
was
Bay
thinking,
film,
I
so
was
it
thinking,
counts.
I was thinking of Bay's movies. All right,
Now
all
you're
right.
good, bro.
All right,
So,
get your burning torches
so
and pitchforks, because I forgot about about the '86 movie. Take it away from here,
now you're
boys.
good, bro. So yeah, real quickly, it's like the reason we did originally do this one, but we decided to shelve it because we do want to try and be a bit more professional. And admittedly, the last recording was literally going over 4 hours long, longer than the movie itself.
yeah.
So we're gonna try. We're still gonna do our best to be professional, but obviously we're still gonna talk about what we like, what we don't like, this and that, and all that stuff that you expect from these when it comes to us picking apart a piece of media. So stay tuned, folks. Grab your popcorn, grab your Optimus Prime theater helmets, which I wish I had one of those when this movie came out, and enjoy this retrospective episode.
I got one of the. Well, in terms of movie paraphernalia, I got a cool popcorn bucket for Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh, you lucky bastard! I'll bu- I will buy it off you.
I might just take you up on that offer. I got bills to pay.
I feel you on that one, buddy. But anyways, I know. But anyways, let's get back on topic. So uh as we talked about in our retrospective episode, also Martin's sitting this one out. Hopefully he'll be back for the next one. Well, we don't know yet, but he's not gone. He's just got things he's doing, and he himself even said I forgot about Dark of the Moon, so I don't know if I could contribute anything, which that's fair.
I
So,
mean,
but go ahead, Justin. I'm sorry.
that's okay. I mean, I haven't seen Dark of the Moon in a while, but I'm going to try to contribute what I can.
All right. So, real quickly, as we talked about in episode 3 of our retrospective with Revenge of the Fallen, as we stated, objectively, like when you look at it from an objective standpoint, yeah, Revenge of the Fallen was not as good as the first movie, and admittedly, objectively speaking, it's not what I would say is a good or even a great movie. But we also didn't really think it was that terrible either. Like Revenge of the Fallen's problem was that they were so high on the success of the first film that they wanted to see if they could go bigger, which admittedly, not a bad idea in theory, boys, but I think we can all agree sometimes you do have to know when to dial things back a bit.
Right. Again, I'm kind of one of the person that always says, you know, well, I guess if you have the resources, yeah, go big or go home.
Yeah. Tom, what do you think?
And
I definitely will
my,
say this: Revenge of the Fallen had a lot of ideas and concepts that are really cool that kind of kept driving me back. Aside from the movie just being a guilty pleasure, but
Oh,
yeah, you
same.
could definitely tell they took
like
a
my pro-
lot of.
my whole problem was just the writing and just the pacing. Like you could clearly tell it wasn't as fleshed out as they wanted it to be.
Thank
Oh,
you for
definitely
waiting.
not.
Sorry.
I was trying to say, yeah, when you look at this movie after Revenge of the Fallen, you can definitely tell they took a few notes of what not to do.
Because that's the thing. Like before we get into the before we get into our opening thoughts, like
Yeah,
one thing we can definitely say about I want to say about Dark of the Moon. Well, actually no, I guess I'll save that for when I get to my opening thoughts. But
Mm.
real quickly, how like I did last two times we covered a Bay film, I'm just gonna quickly grab the DVD and read the plot synopsis off the back.
All right.
Come on, I got it right here.
apparently Hunter just has these on standby.
Well,
Damn right I do.
honestly, after recent news, I give them much more commemoration for physical media.
Yep.
Yeah,
My movie shelf is literally right next to my bed.
Uh,
lucky you.
So yeah, a mysterious event from Earth's past threatens to ignite a war so big that the Transformers alone will not be able to save the planet. Sam Witwicky, played by Shia LaBeouf, and the Autobots must fight against the darkness to defend our world from the Decepticons' all-consuming evil in the smash hit from director Michael Bay and executive producer Steven Spielberg. And according to Rusty Gattenby from ABC TV Minneapolis, it's the best action movie ever. And you know what? For 2011, this was the movie of that summer.
yeah, I remember the marketing
Well,
blitz.
that that and the first Captain America movie.
Oh yeah, that in the first event. But yeah, I remember there being a marketing blitz for this movie. I think I think it even rivals the marketing blitz for the 1998 Godzilla.
Honestly, it's like its marketing, I would say, was like the only movie that came close to like that kind of level, like aggressive marketing of how big this movie was would be the first Avengers movie, which came out the year after this.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, remember those? Back when Marvel was actually good? I'm I'm kidding mostly. I'm kidding mostly.
All
Before
I'm
we
just
get up,
gonna
before
okay,
we get
but
on a
no, no, no,
tangent,
no.
I just want to say,
All
I
I
just
gotta
want to
say
say,
is like, please. All I gotta say is just like to the newest Spider-Man movie. Please, for the love of God, be good.
I don't think we got anything to worry about, bro. The, the previous three live action Spider-Man movies we got were all really solid.
All
I
I can,
think this will be
and also
too.
please put Hulk off a fraud watch.
Right?
Seriously,
Okay,
seriously,
can we stop? Okay, can we stop ranting like a bunch of grifters?
shut.
There.
Hey,
Get to
no,
the point.
seriously, no. We'll stop when Disney starts making good fucking movies.
Off to a brilliant start this is.
Hey, all
Yeah,
right.
I know. I'm just saying. 'Cause like I
We
said,
know.
we're not grifters here.
No, but we no, no, but
I
all right,
literally reviewed
Tom.
Drinker's movie, Matt. Justin, do not. I want to have a good day today.
Eh,
All right, let's calm down. Let's calm
I'm just
down.
trying to. I was just saying. Let's not lose too much focus here. We're
Agreed.
talking about the past, not the present.
He's got a point there. Anyways, but yeah,
Which,
this was
so I will
like
say, speaking of that, uh,
take it away, Justin.
yeah. Despite, I was just gonna say, like
Justin, you there?
that at the time was kind of the internet's punching bag. What the?
Yeah, okay.
If you
We
There
know
was
what
got
I
what
mean.
you were talking about how the Bay films were kind of a laughing stock in the internet, which honest
And yeah, and to be fair, if you remember the internet from this time, this film was not granted any mercy from those people.
well. Here's the thing. Ultimately, I
I
think.
mean, it literally seemed even before the film came out, people were just ready to hate it.
Oh yeah, they definitely were, and it's just like, and then you actually,
It's like
then you
saying,
find,
again, it's like people saying about why can't things be like this? Like things have always been like this.
dude,
I mean, you're not
okay.
wrong.
Don't have to
Sorry.
yell in the mic. God almighty.
Hey, I'm just thankful it's not you doing it for once, Tom.
I'm having a good day. I'm not gonna let y'all ruin it.
We're not trying to ruin it.
It,
I know.
But yeah. But honestly, Justin, you're not entirely wrong, because
But-
like, yeah, Dark of the Moon, it was like, yeah, the internet and most like, I mean, then and it didn't help that critics were also ready to hate this movie. Like, okay, I want to make clear, like I've said this for years, and I'm glad that in more recent years people are finally starting to wake up and realize that critic reviews aren't really all they're cracked up to be anymore.
almost.
Well, like here's the thing, like Pete Travers literally said he hates the transform. Like Pete Travers of the Rolling Stone magazines literally stated that he hates the Transformers movies because he hates Michael Bay.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
no,
Yeah, gee, why does that sound? Gee, why does that sound familiar? It's almost like some people nowadays are saying something similar about
Okay.
a certain
Hey.
director. Can't.
but no, it's like I'm like I was never a fan of Pete Travers' reviews of these movies because he's literally just ripping them apart
Oh,
for
fucking A. Alright, sorry about that. My internet went down. Fucking hell. My internet went
oh
down.
god. Oh god.
Anyways,
Not
I was
now.
just gonna say, as I was just gonna say, it's like, alright, I had my fun.
Oh, you're good. But yeah, it's like that like I said, like for Dark of the Moon, I remember going down, sitting in the theater, watching this movie and just being blown away by it. And it's like, now I want to state for the record, again, I guess we're starting with opening thoughts and I guess I'll kick it off. I still will say it's not as good as the first movie, but in terms of the quality, I definitely feel like they learned their lesson, and they did. That's the thing about this movie. I was thinking about this yesterday when I was at work. It's like Dark of the Moon definitely feels big, but it also still manages to feel subdued. Like you know what I mean? Like they learned from, the mess that was Revenge of the Fallen and decided, okay, let's dial it back a little bit. Let's still have fun with it.
And if I recall, you said the guys who directed the first, or who wrote the first two Transformers movies, they were not on board of Dark of the Moon, right? They did not write this one.
No, Alex Kurtzman, Bob Orsi and Alex Kurtzman by this point were already working on Transformers Prime, which at this point was well into its first season.
Well, then again, you said that's because they were writing for Prime. Yeah, they were writing for Prime.
Yeah, Hasbro was basically so pleased with their work with the first two movies, even though Revenge of the Fallen was critically hated, but audiences still loved it. So Hasbro was like, hey,
yeah, but
we're doing this.
I guess box office numbers speak louder than critic reviews.
I mean, they do. But so Hasbro was like, listen, guys, we're doing this thing that we're calling the aligned continuity, and we want you to be a part of it. What do you feel about that? Well, apparently they'd already been approached by this while they were still working on Revenge of the Fallen. So yeah, so by this point they were already like, we had fun with the first two movies, but we want to do a Transformer show because you're being given the green lit by Hasbro and being given pretty much carte blanche to do whatever you want with it.
Right. And I can't remember. Prime came out in 2013, right?
No, 2010, canonically.
Oh, 2010? Okay.
Well, the season premiere, the series premiere, the 5-part episode Darkness Rising premiered in winter season of 2010, but season 1 of Prime itself didn't start till I think it was mid or late March of 2011, if I remember.
Okay.
So yeah, no.
That's always got me confused.
No, you're good. But yeah, so instead of Bob Orci and Alex Kurtzman here, Aaron Kruger, who had worked with the duo on Revenge of the Fallen, he was brought on as a third writer to help them out. This and Age of Extinction, he would be where his writing for these movies where he went solo.
Oh, really? Well, didn't Michael Bay also do a little bit of writing on this as well?
I don't know. I know he had some input on the second movie. Here's the thing. This is what I understand. It's not that he really writes things. It's more like he just kind of gives like the guys that work on the movies, like the writers, the visual effects team at ILM and stuff, just ideas. Like Devastator's wrecking balls were literally just an idea he threw to like ILM just because he thought it would be a funny visual gag. And I still stand by it's stupid, but it is still technically funny because again, technically by Transformer logic, as Aaron Hasbro's own Aaron Archer best said it, parts have to go somewhere.
Yeah, I know, but
It's dumb,
Yeah, I know.
but I
Look,
still get a smile out of it.
don't get me wrong, Justin. It's juvenile as hell, but you know what? Compared to some of the juvenile shit that's trending nowadays, I will take wrecking balls over licking doorknobs or whatever now any day.
twerking.
I
That
don't
too.
get me fucking started. Some of the shit I have seen. Oh my god.
So, but
The Fortnite dance. Fortnite dance.
I will mount your head on my wall.
I will throw you down a well if you do that to him.
It's like Super Toilet.
Yes. But yeah, so like I said, definitely Dark of the Moon. It's weird because like I said, I definitely like it more than Revenge of the Fallen. Like, okay, if we're ranking the Bay films by themselves, of the current three we've done, in terms of like from best to weakest, so far
What the?
so far 07 is in first place, Dark of the Moon is in the middle, and Revenge of the Fallen is last, but don't worry folks, it won't stay there for very long.
Yeah.
But we still got a ways to go before we rip on the fifth live action movie.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at it on my shelf right now, pointing to it, thinking, "Soon, you sucker, your day is coming."
It shows sort of the discrepancy because compared to some of the stuff I've had to endure for videos on whichever channel I'm doing, I look at the last night and I look at it like Return of the King compared to some of the shit I've seen.
I mean, fair.
But anyway,
So who wants to go next?
You want to give some thoughts, Justin?
Sure. Well, yeah, I do agree. It is definitely more focused than, Revenge of the Fallen. And it does have a lot of cool ideas. I will say that. In fact, a lot of the ideas have even kind of made it into pretty much just become like Transformer law in general, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, you could say that. I mean, Tom said it all the way back when we did the 07 movies. Like, the live action movies for like the next decade kind of helped reshape the brand a little bit, and a lot of stuff became just integrated into the lore at this point.
Yep.
Well, especially since nowadays Hasbro wants to be a bit more consistent with what they do with Transformers.
Yeah.
Which is both a blessing. Which is both a blessing, but it can also be a curse sometimes, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that can be a double. It's a double-edged sword in its own right.
But at least it allows Transformers to basically feel like an actual expanded multiverse and not just where it's like.
I think we were supposed to let Justin speak.
Oh, my bad.
Well, no, I know what you mean. But at the same time, it does kind of prevent people from kind of actually being like really creative with it, like say like with animated or even Armada.
True.
Yeah.
But anyway, Justin, you can do it. I'm sorry.
But yeah, there are a few things in here I don't think work, or well, I guess the term doesn't work doesn't really.
They don't work for you.
Probably not the right way to.
They just
don't. Not like that. Well, it's not that. I just feel like they could have worked if they were fleshed out a bit better.
No, I get what you mean. And we're probably, I have an idea of some of the ones you're thinking of, and don't worry.
We will get there. But overall, it's just no. But like overall, like for understand, this one also kind of had its own hellish production.
Yeah, it did. But at the very least, at least there was a light at the end of the rainbow.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, take it away.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess it's up to me as the gracious host and oh so hospitable bartender to give his thoughts.
Careful, you might hurt yourself. Careful there, Tom. You might dislocate a landing gear patting yourself on the back.
There goes
I
your
was gonna
Christmas.
say that.
There goes your Christmas bonus, fucker.
I get a bonus? Anyways, keep going, bro.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying doing these again.
Like bonus, we don't even get dental.
Ooh.
Just
you heard
rubber,
it, folks.
a rubber. Oh come on, a rubber mallet and a chisel will get the teeth back in just fine.
Cut his mic.
All right. Anyway, before. All right. Before the plot is lost,
Too late.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm not gonna have, I guess, a whole hell of a lot to talk about with Dark of the Moon. Now, I will say that I think this has some of my favorite work by Steve Jablonsky score wise.
Oh,
He
hell
has
yeah.
some of the best. Like this guy never goes into a project half-assed, and
Oh no, like, dude, as much as I don't like The Last Night, some of the work he does for that movie is just fucking banger.
hey, look, and all of us,
And
all of you get.
I actually kind of think this one might be kind of his best work, because it has some of at least some of my favorite tracks in the series.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And especially if you're a big fan of Gears of War, you're very familiar with his score in Gears of War 3. Seriously, guys, if you love the sound.
Oh,
yeah, he scored
Gears of War 3?
Yeah, he scored.
That's awesome.
Yeah, seriously, if you guys are a fan of his work in this movie, you're gonna love his tracks for Gears of War 3.
Yeah, go give it a listen. We highly recommend it.
I am a sucker for
soundtracks
and sound design in general, honestly.
Again, I think Steve is a pretty underrated film composer.
Hell yeah, man.
Definitely. I absolutely. So yeah, I absolutely loved a lot of that. I definitely think it's the most pardon the wordplay here, dark of the three movies, because it really hits home what the Decepticons can and will do.
I mean, dude, there's literally a YouTube video about talking about this movie, and the title summed it up perfectly. Like, it is amazing. Like, this is a PG-13 movie, and the visual imagery they got away with for 2011 is nothing short of amazing. Like, how did this shit get past censors?
Thank God it did. Like we're talking full skeletonization of people, like full on shots of skulls, Terminator style.
Oh yeah, like and we don't just mean like dudes, we mean women and children in there too.
So I got to give major props for coming back to a city. They made it gnarly.
Oh yeah, this movie really felt like the cons were not playing around this time.
Yeah. Now, having said that, there are still some complaints here and there, but I still loved a lot of what was done with the characters, the character designs, the settings.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I'd argue that maybe Bay has done more research into G1 than people gave him any credit for back in the day. Because after rewatching some of Nope.
This is because sorry. This plot is kind of similar to that one G1 episode. What was it called? Ultimate Doom.
Yeah, that series of
the Ultimate Doom.
Ultimate Doom. Yeah, it follows the same, and the Solar Harvester is similar to of all episodes, changing gears, a very similar mechanism.
Yeah, I actually kind of liked that episode. That episode's kind of funny.
Oh my god, it is like that episode. Now I can't unsee that, you ass.
Why am I the ass?
Because now you're making me like Gears. No, just kidding. What did you do to Tom? You made him nice!
Hey, I'm nice on my off hours.
Okay. So I guess we'll start off. We'll get into the plot.
You guys just look at me
So
like I'm Mo from The Simpsons, just a grouchy barkeep.
you might as well be that or the bartender from Family Guy.
Horace.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, you
Enough
think
about my throw. The guy that went to Florida, alligator laid 200 eggs in his ass. He was pissed about it. He's like, enough about my problems, Peter. Let me serve you a beer.
I feel like I need a beer just to forget you fucking said that.
Hey, don't blame me. Blame Seth MacFarlane's writing.
Oh, I will gladly.
Anyways, so I guess we'll get into the plot of the movie. So yeah, the plot of the movie is that we find out that in the the thing that kicked off the space race was somehow humanity, specifically the United States government, finding out that an alien ship had crash landed on the moon. How they were able to figure that out, I have no idea.
SETI dishes?
I know, I'm just being facetious.
Fair enough.
So
Oh,
yeah, ultimately,
here I am ruining a joke.
you're good. Tom, I expect that from you.
Oh, fuck you.
Love you too, buddy.
I just say, oh, fuck off.
I'm just like that blooper from Revenge of the Sith of Anakin. Oh, I hate you. I love that so much.
Ooh, I want to talk about the trilogies sometime.
Oh, definitely. Anyways,
Anyways.
so ultimately, what kicks off the space race is America and Russia find out there's an alien spacecraft on the moon, and they basically want to get to it before the other does. Because again, Cold War. Like, it sounds so stupid and petty by present day standards, but back then it made sense to these people. And you know what? I get it. Learning about history like I have, I get it.
Honestly,
I mean, considering the whole Cold War was literally just one big petty dick waving contest between the United States and the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
This isn't like completely far fetched.
No, it's not.
We're talking
I mean,
about.
remember what Fat Electrician said? How both sides are actually planning to shoot a nuke at the moon if the other one made it to space first.
We are not making this shit up.
Or let's not forget the time that everybody was so keen on making the better nukes that America invented the Davy Crockett. Yeah, look up the Davy Crockett.
AKA a rocket launcher mounted to the back of a Jeep that literally fires a nuke the size of a football.
With a blast radius that was greater than its firing range, meaning as soon as they gave a sergeant and a bunch of grunts a fucking nuke tube.
But we're not here to talk. We're not here to talk about this. That's history. That's for the history nerds.
That being said, I will end that with this. Don't worry, folks. It was discontinued because Uncle Sam was literally afraid some grunts were gonna try and basically YOLO this shit.
Yeah, Uncle Sam quickly realized that giving the E4 Mafia access to nuclear weaponry was going to lead to some fuckery.
Yep. Just insert that clip from Armageddon and you'll get what we mean, folks.
Yeah.
I just want to feel the power between my legs, brother.
Damn it!
That's another one we should review. That's another one we should review at some point.
I'm gonna have to like put that in, aren't I?
If you want to.
If you want to, sure, but you don't have to. But anyways, so yeah, ultimately America is both America and Russia are successful in getting to the moon and taking bits from the ship. We'll get more into the specifics of that later. Fast forward to the present day, and Nest and Optimus Prime find out about all this because it was archived by Sector 7, and Optimus is understandably like, well, did you guys search the crash vault on the ship? And they're like, no, why? And then we find out that Optimus's former leader and mentor, Sentinel Prime, is still alive and on the ship. Apparently, Sentinel left Cybertron years ago to escape the war, which we open up with an awesome opening battle sequence on Cybertron. Like seriously,
Yeah.
it is like that is one of my favorite scenes, and honestly, it's like probably one of the best openings to these movies. And that's saying a lot, considering again how much we praise the first live action movie's
First
opening.
and most important rule of space combat: all all ships have to fight like they're World War II fighters, and I don't care. That's not a trope. That is a fuck. That is a fucking commandment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so ultimately it's like, hey, Sentinel might still be alive, and he had a technology, a space bridge that we could, that we were going to use to transport refugees from Cybertron to, another planet that we could take solace in. If he's still alive and up there, we should bring him back so the Decepticons don't find out about his existence in the space bridge. Only for the truth to come out that, well, the cons
All
already
right,
knew
now.
that stuff. Meanwhile, we got Sam Witwicky, who has now graduated college and is struggling to find a job. Yeah, kid has saved the world twice. Can't get a 9 to 5 job to save his life.
Again,
Every person in their 20s watching this right now just heard you describe that and go,
Yep. Yep.
well,
That's
I
one.
mean, considering how the U.S. government treats veterans,
Yeah, you're not wrong.
yeah, I
I mean, the government is very much a very "what have you done for us lately" kind of
You're
thing.
not
Has
entirely
a very "what have you done for us lately" policy. So yeah,
you're not entirely wrong there, buddy. I have to give you that.
I, God, it hurts how right that is.
Don't it? But let's not
yeah,
focus on that before this gets too political. So
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
Sam is struggling to find a job, and he's no longer with Megan Fox. Damn it.
Come
yeah.
on.
No, now he
Again, if you expect us to talk about that, we're not really going to too deep about it because looking into it, does seem like a very he said, she said type thing of
yeah,
what
like
really
And it's
happened.
better to be mum's the word about it than just like spread any potential false information about it.
but if you guys want to know more about that, Tom or I will link in the comments an article where you can read about this stuff on your own time. It's a
Yeah.
fascinating read.
Yeah, but like I said, it's mostly he said, she said as to why Megan Fox didn't return. And
So
I
yeah,
don't want to point any fingers at anybody of potentially false information.
yeah, it's probably best to just remain a neutral, unbiased party.
Yeah,
But so Megan Fox did not come back for the third movie, unfortunately. Instead, we get Rosie Huntington Whitley, with this being her first acting debut. Get
really.
this. Also, get this. She was at the time. I don't know if she still is, but at the time of this movie, she was Jason Statham's girlfriend. Let that sink in.
Really?
Let that sink in. So I'm just saying, if you're anything like me, folks, or you're prematurely balding in your late 20s, early 30s, don't give up hope, because there is some hot chick out there that loves your almost bald ass.
Dude, not even just
Well, to
Jason
be
Statham.
fair, there's also kind of a problem, Hunter. You don't have the bod that Jason Statham has.
You couldn't have just let him have this one thing. You couldn't have just let him have this saving grace.
If he can't have it, if he can't have it, if I can't have it, neither can he.
I always knew you were holding me back.
It's like they say, misery loves company.
Love you too,
I'd
buddy.
offer some solace, but then again, I go to the gym.
Whatever. Just drink.
And yet you still don't look like Jason Statham.
No, but
Damn.
I can still kick you. No, but I could probably still kick your ass.
Probably, yeah.
You can tell we love each other here, can't you, folks?
You can real guy friendships. You know, we could just like talk shit to each other and still give a chuckle about it.
In the immortal words of
Yeah.
Walt Disney himself, we're all one big happy family here.
And each of us are that rather bizarre uncle you only see at Thanksgiving, and just enjoy his company while you can because he's funny.
Yes. But yeah, so I guess so So yeah, ultimately Sam is struggling to find a job. Him and his new girlfriend Carly, played by Rosie Huntington Whitley. Uh okay, I guess this is a good place to start. Like, what how do you guys feel about the whole, switching out Megan Fox's Michaela for Carly? Like, what do you guys think
So,
on that?
on the one hand, clever of them
It,
to reference G1.
Agreed.
but on the other hand, it does feel kind of out of left field, and that's probably because it literally was.
Yeah,
Hey, hey,
I
look, live action's a bitch like that.
no, I get it. Like, but yeah,
Uh,
yeah, but to be fair, I would still have a problem with it even if it was animated.
Okay.
I'd, I'd still,
yeah.
I'd still be going, who the heck is this chick, and why should I care about her?
No, I mean, in this case, you wouldn't have a. In case it'd be changing the voice actor. It'd be the same character, just a different voice. Would
You know what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's like what How to Train Your Dragon did when TJ Miller got arrested, basically blacklisted from Hollywood.
I'm
oh yeah,
sorry. What?
yeah, that happened.
Who did T.J. Miller play?
Rough Nut, or no, Tough Nut.
Yeah,
Ah,
Rough Nut's his
yeah, one of the
sister.
twins.
Yeah, Rough Nut's the
Yeah, one of the
sister. Sorry.
twins. He played. Yeah.
okay.
But it's not
All right, that was
completely.
awkward. So,
But
moving on.
he's not completely blacklisted. He just doesn't get as much work as he used
I
to.
just okay. I just got. I feel like I just got verbally flashbanged with that. Let's just shift gears back over to.
Right. So yeah,
Well, we're going to be talking about him in the next movie. So
yeah.
Oh shit! He
anyway, let's move
plays
on.
the. Oh
He
yeah, he
plays
plays
Lucas.
the. He plays the dipshit surfer.
Yeah, he plays Lucas in Age of Extinction.
Oh, I always knew he was a fucking rat.
Damn. Anyway, moving on.
So yeah, but yeah, so on like yeah, I definitely agree with you guys. Like on the one hand, it is pretty cool it's another reference to Generation One. That's always cool, but it's just so weird because it's like, okay, the novelization does a little better of a job of explaining it. Like ultimately, the reason why Michaela broke up with Sam was because she just couldn't take it.
Hmm.
Like apparently, it was
Right.
like after what happened in Egypt, Michaela just wanted to settle down, just try to have a normal life. But Sam, you know, because like Sam and keep, which I actually think this is a really good continuation of his journey from where it ended in the previous story with Revenge of the Fallen. Sam ultimately realizing that, being an ally of Optimus Prime and the Autobots, that's his destiny. Whether he wants it or not, it will always be his destiny. And by the time we get to Dark of the Moon, he's just decided to wholeheartedly embrace that, which it's actually a really good bit of character growth and development from him.
Yeah, quite a bit, and I
Right.
I do and I do love the hints of just like how tight he's gotten with like Lennox, Epps, and a
The
bunch of the
rest of
other
them,
guys in Nest.
oh yeah, like I mean, they're practically on first name basis with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I will say, I did like that with Carly. They did try to make her feel like a character that fits in this universe. Like I will admit, I thought it was really cool that she's from the UK. I like that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I
Yeah.
like that she's super. I do like that she's super smart, which again, that keeps very much in line with how Carly was portrayed in the original cartoon. Because like in Generation One, she was already an MIT graduate before she and Spike got married. Again,
Yeah.
let that sink in.
Yeah.
MIT graduate, not student. She graduated.
All right, I get it. I underachieved in my education. Jesus Christ.
That wasn't where I was going with it, but I'm
I guess.
sorry.
You were
Yeah.
teeing me up for it.
I know. But yeah, Carly's super smart. And what's also really cool is that I like the fact that she comes from a military family. I think that's really cool because it kind of, now admittedly, yeah, they don't do a whole lot with it, but at least it feels like it fits the movie universe that,
Would have been
her
interesting
coming.
if she was one of our allies across the pond in the sock scent attack.
I do that would like I've often thought about that. It's like, what if her brother was like stationed? Like, what if it turns out that her brother was stationed at Soxon Air Base when Blackout attacked and destroyed it? Like, that'd be a really fun way to bring it all together full circle.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That would be
Again,
nuts.
wouldn't it? But it would also make you go
Yeah.
like, oh God, like, are her and Sam fated to be together then?
All right, let's not get overly. Let's not get overly
Let's,
meta or philosophical here, gentlemen.
yeah, this is Transformers we're talking about. It's Transformers we're talking about, not fucking Inception.
I mean, it's. I think it's. I still think these films are smarter than people give credit for. But at the end of the day, you're just here to watch giant robots beat the bolts off of each other.
Fuck yeah, man.
If
But
it
yeah, like,
works, it works.
but yeah, you can kind of tell, like, you can tell that Carly was originally supposed to be Michaela, like, because with the whole thing later on
Yeah.
of like Sam going to save her after she gets kidnapped by Dylan Gould and the Decepticons, it's like you can kind of tell that that was originally supposed to be Michaela, and it because think about it, it's like the first two movies, Sam was constantly being saved by his girl, which I want to make clear, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think that was a really good subversion of the usual plot of this kind of movie. But now imagine if this was still Michaela, Sam having to step up to the plate and be her hero for the change. It's like that feels like the most logical thing progression for their relationship. But
Agreed.
obviously but obviously we can't do that now because again, Michaela's not in the movie
Fate,
because again, reasons.
because
So
fate is a bitch.
it
Yeah.
can be, yes. But yeah, so but still, I will give credit. I do like I guess we can start talking about Sam real quick too. It's like Sam in this movie, I think this is really where he's at his best.
Def. Yeah. I honestly gotta agree with you, and I do just I do love just seeing more of this ambition from him as compared to the second movie.
I mean, to be fair, he was ambitious in the sense, like, again, he was the first Witwicky to go to college, which, again, as we saw, as we mentioned in the last film, that meant something to his dad.
Yeah.
Which I will say, I can relate to Sam in this movie. Now, again, full disclosure, I did not go to college. But, like, the whole bit with at the
Neither
beginning with
did
him and his
I.
dad.
So you know.
But still, like, I can relate to the whole thing because, like, Sam's dad hounding him about not having a job. That is literally my dad. It's like, what happened to Bumblebee? Well, he's got his missions now, Mom. Oh, so your car has a job.
Again,
like,
why does Kevin Dunn get all the best lines in this
Yeah.
franchise?
He just does because Kevin Dunn is awesome.
Yeah.
Like again, Tom, you said it best about Kevin Dunn in these movies. Like they literally just made him Spark Plug from
He
G1.
really is. He was perfect as like a spark plug.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's just perfect in that role. Like that's why like I love that like a lot of people like Phoenix Studio have always said this, like if they like for their rewrites of these movies that they do just for fun, like Kevin Dunn is like one of those actors where it's like, no, you do not replace him. He is fine. He is fine as this character.
Yeah.
And you know what? I agree. He's perfect for this role. But yeah, it's like, so yeah, I can relate to Sam's whole thing. It's like, but yeah, it's like, I like that he's like, I love the scene where it's like, where he's trying to get a job at the one guy that's played by John Malkovich's character.
Malkovich. Yeah.
Who for some reason I always thought that was Gary Busey.
He does look like him, admittedly.
I'm sorry, John Malkovich.
No, he does look like he could be related to Gary. I'm not gonna lie. I see it now that I'm visualizing it in my head.
He's just missing them big ass teeth.
Well, to be fair,
fun fact, that was
John
how
Malkovich has a pretty big smile.
Which fun fact, that was how I immediately was able to tell his son had a role in Starship Troopers.
Oh yeah, because his son has his dad's teeth. Even I pointed that out when I first saw Starship Troopers. It's like, well, he definitely has his dad's teeth.
Weird.
And his eyes.
Oh God.
We poke fun because we love.
Yeah.
That's another movie I need to do a video on.
Yeah,
yeah.
Starship Troopers is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about Starship Troopers.
The sequels
Yeah.
not too much, but
Well,
they're not but they're not bad either. They're just okay. But anyways, yeah,
but
we're
we're
not
not
here
here
to
to
talk
talk
about
about Starship
Starship
Troopers.
Troopers. So yeah. But yeah, like so I like the scene where Sam when he's being interviewed by John Malkovich's character whose name currently escapes me. For some reason I wanted to call him Jeff Bezos, but it's like that's not Jeff Bezos, you fucking idiot.
What the fuck? Is there any rich dude
I
we're
don't
not gonna piss off today?
go for broke. But anyways, it's like I love how Sam is, the guy's like, look, kid, I'm sure you're great. It's like, it's like, you'd be nuts to walk away from this. Like, I go through so many appliques as it is. It's like, and I just love that Sam's like, Mister, I have done things that have mattered. Okay, I've saved your life twice on 2 different continents, and I can't tell you the details. But I've done shit
Yeah.
that matters, and I would like a job where I matter.
You have something to say, Justin?
Yeah,
I was gonna say his name is Bruce. His name is Bruce Brazo, by the way.
Ah,
That's
sounds
why.
like a
Oh my god,
John Malkovich's character. Yeah.
that sounds like a Marvel
Yeah.
character.
it kind of does. Honestly, if they wanted Justin Hammer to be played by an older guy instead of a young guy, they could have easily got John Malkovich to do it.
True.
Anyways, yeah, like I really do. Again, I like that Sam, like, because like one of the things that Sam has been trying to do, we find out in this movie is that he's been trying to apply at Nest, but their current overseer, Charlotte Meering, who's also the head of Central Intelligence for the U.S. government, is basically keeps telling him to fuck off because Nest is for soldiers, not little boys who have once had special cars. Not gonna lie, that's kind of harsh.
I seem to remember that little boy with special
Yeah.
cars having enough balls to shove basically a piece of robot god into robot Stalin. So
Yeah, I will say, like, I love.
I was gonna say something absolutely out of line, but no, I'm recording and I don't feel like doing too much editing.
There you go. Yeah, like I will say, like on that note, I also like that Sam in this movie. Okay, to be fair, Sam has always had like a very sarcastic, witty sense of humor, and that's one of the things I love about the character because I can relate. But here again, I think here is where it's really at his best because like one of my favorite moments is when he and Meering first meet for the first time in this movie. She's like, "Who gave? I know who he is, Major Lennox. I want to know who the hell gave him clearance. Who gave me clearance? How about Optimus Prime when he crash landed in suburbia looking for my house?"
Yeah. So I do like Marin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meering.
She's more
she's
more digestible than Galloway. I'll give her that.
Oh, definitely. Like Galloway.
That and Frances McDermott just plays her so well.
That
she really does. Like the thing. Okay, so the Charlotte Meering basically has Theodore Galloway's job from the previous movie here, folks. The only difference is she's way more stomachable because, yeah, she's kind of a bit. She is a bit of a bitch, and she openly will tell you that. But at the same time, considering what her job entails, you kind of understand why she's a little high strung.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I gotta give this. She's willing to swallow her pride.
She is. Whereas Galloway, I feel like if at least with how he was portrayed in the last movie, it's like I feel like if you tried to ask him to swallow his pride, it would be physically impossible for him to do so. Like
it'd be like Mr. Krabs swallowing the pill.
No, it's more like it's like Squidward trying to apologize. Like I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's like that. It'd be like that. I'm in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by donkeys.
Also, I just gotta say, I see Sam has the same patience for bureaucrats that I do.
I think most people at this point in time now have that feeling too, bro. Like, seriously, the balls to say to her face, because she
Yeah.
straight up tells him, if you breathe a word of what you see in this space, you will do time for treason. Do you understand me, young man? And I just love, without blinking, he just stares her down and says, I take my orders from the Autobots, not you.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, Sammy,
Yeah,
absolute beast in this
last time
movie.
you pencil pushing assholes try to get in the bots of business. Well, you still decided to do that, and look how that turned out. You're just lucky Chicago was already a shithole.
Damn. All 12 people from Chicago that watch us are now mad.
You think I give a fuck?
Yeah, you're right. You're from New York. New York.
Unless they actually agree with that statement.
Oh, that's fair.
You would be surprised. Hell, in all seriousness,
Yeah.
I've had family that visited out there. It's not all bad, so I'll cut some slack.
All good, buddy. But yeah, but yeah, like, as for, like, most of the other human characters, at least the returning ones, like Sam's parents, Lennox, and Epps, they're not really too different from how they were in the previous films. Sam's parents thankfully don't get as much screen time in this movie, and to be and there is still some very what the WTF with their humor, but again, compared to the last movie, it's a lot more toned down.
Yep. For some reason, Judy
It's a
just gets like the worst jokes. Poor woman. Like, props to the actress for having a straight face during all that crap.
I guarantee you they probably had to redo those scenes multiple times because it was probably hard to keep a straight face. It's like I just love it's like when she finds out that Sam and Carly had a fight. She's like, "No, we are intervention, family meeting. Like, Sammy, you cannot just walk away from one hottie to hook up with another and then lose this one. I mean, unless you have a giant. What the fuck, ma?
I just love that. I just love that Rod just like go with the son. You're gonna go through this shit when you put a ring on her.
Yeah, because she's like,
I don't
"Tell
mind."
him." And Rod is just like, happy wife, happy life.
It's kind of like that episode of Godzilla the series, you know, when like Animal tells Nick, he's like, "You want my advice as a happily married man? Don't make promises." Like, it avoids the screaming.
Exactly.
Or it prevents the screaming. Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, seriously, like, Sam's parents, like, I really do, I still find them endearing in their own way. And like I said, like, there is still some very what the fuck kind of humor with them, but like, again, compared to the last movie, it's a lot more toned down, so it's like, it's actually a lot better here. It's not as over the top and stupid. It's more in line with like what the first movie was doing. It's more in line with how the first movie portrayed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine.
Well, unfortunately, they're just,
yeah,
like you said, unfortunately, they're not. Yeah.
Lennox and Epps are still really well. Okay, maybe not super well written, but they're still really great characters. Like again, there's a reason why I see a lot of people say, like, again, nothing against Shia LaBeouf, but it's like because I often agree. It's like, honestly, if you were to have Lennox and Epps just be the main characters of the movie, I honestly would be okay with that.
Totally. All right, but
like,
I want it.
Epps is actually Epps, interestingly, in this movie has some cool stuff going on with him in that he doesn't actually show up in the movie until like after the first hour has passed. Yeah. It's because we find out that he's kind of somewhat retired from Ness, but he's not fully, like, okay, basically he's
no longer on the front lines.
Basically a desk jockey now.
Yeah, basically he decided like it was getting a bit too much. And to be fair, he does have a wife and 4 kids, so I totally get where he's coming from.
Wait,
so now he's Oh yeah, him and his wife, it's revealed, got busy.
And bro, go for his own version of the Jackson 5. Jesus reference. Alive.
And here's the funny part: they're all of his kids are girls.
Oh, I should. I retract my joke. I retract my joke on so many statements because I just.
You can still say
he literally is.
Oh no!
He's literally the last man. He's literally the last man standing in his house.
Oh
Like,
no!
it's fun.
Why did I
Like,
say,
it's funny.
Jackson? I'm going
That's
to
not that.
get
It's not
fucking.
that bad. It's
I'm
not that
gonna get
bad.
fucking Becker slapped.
No, you're not. I thought it was funny. But here's the thing. Like, in the novelization for the first movie, there's actually a funny bit where it's when Lennox and them are arriving at base on the Ospreys. And Lennox is like, I just can't wait to get home and see my baby girl for the first time. His best buddy Epps gives him some advice as a dad of 4 little girls. He's like, my advice to you, man, enjoy it while you can, because once they start talking, they own you. It's just gonna be nothing like, Daddy, I want the My Little Pony tea set, or Daddy, I want the My Little Pony hairbrush. Daddy, I want the. Is there a point to? And Lennox just says, Epps, is there a point to all this? And Epps just smiles and laughs and says, he don't know what he's in for.
Oh well.
Like, I love it though. Like, again, Epps is such a great character. I love Tyrese Gibson portrays him so in a way where Epps just feels like a real person.
Oh yeah. But I'm already
But yeah.
imagining. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm already imagining there's going to be quite a few people down in the comments. There's just like, oh, they've been at this for an hour. They ain't even talked about the robots yet.
Oh, we're getting to the good stuff, folks. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. Epps,
But we still got
is,
John Turturro returning. Sorry.
Oh no, definitely. But yeah, Simmons is back, and he's still as eccentric as ever. Again, thankfully, it's a lot more toned down from what it was in the last movie. Like, don't worry, you're not going to be seeing him wearing a. You're not going to be seeing him rocking S7 tidy whities. Thank God.
My question still stands. How can he look like he uses cocaine
when
as
Sim
a
appears in the
coffee
movie?
sweetener in these movies, and yet he is so just ice chilled cold in the Batman? I need answers, damn it.
Because he's that good of an dude. Him and his brothers, the other Turturro brothers, like, they are amazing actors.
Oh yeah, I love John Turturro. He's been in a lot of really good movies. Which is kind of funny when you consider the fact this movie technically has 2 Coen brothers actors in it. You know.
Yeah, it does actually, because it's just I get it. It's like, okay, how does he go from playing a goofball like Simmons in Transformers to playing Carmine Falcone and almost feels like he's an actual fucking mob boss?
How and I mean, there's an Italian joke in there somewhere, but I'm not gonna make it.
Probably best not, unless you want the mafia paying you a visit. I don't know who this barkeep is, but I want him and his employees dead.
Hey, you forget I'm from New York.
It's like, I'm not associated with this man.
It's like we're playing Gmod. I got
just in case any of you mobs, in case any of you mobsters are listening, I'm not associated with this man.
It's like we're playing Gmod, and I got a gun aimed at Tom, and he's like, "Hey," he puts himself right next to you, Justin. He's like, "Justin's gonna be collateral if you shoot me with that." Justin just sidesteps out of the way, and I shoot him anyway.
All right.
But yeah, Simmons is back, and like I said, he's still eccentric as ever, but again, it's a lot more toned down. And I will admit, he's still a lot of fun in this movie.
And he has a new assistant, and that being Alan Tudyk.
Yep. Who, for fun fact for Transformers fans, this guy would later voice Optimus Prime and Earthspark.
Funny how things turn out.
And hasn't he done other voices for Transformers as well, or am I tripping?
If he has, they do not come to mind.
He seems like he's everywhere these days.
Well, to be fair, he is genuinely good. Like, you guys keep going at it for a second. I'm actually gonna Google that.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Simmons and his antics, they're always a source of just interesting little things that happen. Though I don't know what lore Alan Tudyk's character has, but I guarantee it rivals Alfred's.
It definitely feels like it.
We'll get we'll get to that eventually.
But yeah, no, like I guess honestly we can talk about Dutch real quick.
Yeah, this guy has Alfred Pennyworth levels of lore behind him.
He sure does. Okay, real quick to answer your question, Justin. Uh, I looked him up on TF Wiki. Uh,
Yeah.
obviously they list him for Dark of the Moon, obviously.
Yeah.
Uh, and for Earthspark, obviously Optimus Prime, but he also voices the Crowd in Secret Legacy Part 2, Plainclothes Ghost Agent in the Battle of Wiki, and the photographer from Dude, Where's My Trailer? That's all they got.
Yeah. So
Justin, you there?
I'm here.
There was like a
Hell, did I
long
disconnect
delay.
again?
No, you're here. We can hear you. Tom, can you hear him?
Oh shit, did I disconnect again? Fuck.
No, I can hear him. I can hear him. I was just mixing
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna.
I was just mixing myself up.
You guys keep talking. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys keep talking. I'm gonna try something.
Alrighty. But no, but yeah,
back.
back to your point, Tom. But yeah, back to your point, Tom. I definitely agree. It's like Dutch has interesting lore that we need to know more about because I want to know what Homie's backstory is. Seriously, that bar fight scene in the Russian bar is just, oh my god.
It's like somebody activated his. It's like somebody in that bar said his fucking sleeper agent activation word.
Yeah, he went full Winter Soldier.
Like, Alec,
Just
like Alan. I want Alec Tunic in a John Wick movie. Holy shit!
I mean, dude, like he disarms those two ladies with zero effort, and I just love Simmons. Put your boy back in his cage. Dutch, heal, and then just Dutch. I am so sorry. That is the old me.
It's like... All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good.
Welcome back, buddy.
Dude, I don't know how Alan Tudyk. How the fuck did you do that, dude?
The dude's a good method actor.
Like just a fuck. It's like something just flicked the fucking switch in him, and I just half expected him to start maniacally laughing like some sort of demonic baritone kookaburra.
God dang it!
That was for the thing. That was for all the Randy Felt face fans out there.
That one's a thinker. But yeah. I just love it's like when he's told to heal and he just comes back to his senses. I just love that he's like in tears almost. He's like, I am so sorry. That is the old me. I'm like, what did you do before this job, homie? And that's not even and as questionable as that is, what's even more questionable is apparently he knows how to work security. He knows how to work around security systems like the ones found in fucking traffic cams.
Again, I ask, what the fuck was this guy up to before he worked for Simmons?
Calling it now, calling it now, his grandfather fought the Nazis in World War II.
Like, I am interested, but I am also scared.
Again, it's like Alfred. It's like when you start learning about Alfred's backstory in Batman lore, it's like, oh my god, Alfred can. If Alfred wanted, he low key could kill people.
Yeah, it's when you realize. Yeah, when you realize the butler doesn't have the same scruples of the no-kill rule as his boss, you basically learn to fucking avoid him.
I mean, to be fair, say what you want about Injustice, the Injustice series, but Alfred took a pill that allowed him to kick Superman's ass.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. That happened.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He literally beat the brakes off of him.
He made Superman bleed. And Superman's
Yes.
like Ben Stiller's
And he also-
character in Dodgeball. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
All right, but shall we?
But yeah, so I
Yeah.
guess we'll real quick before we move on to the Transformers and all the good stuff there. Obviously we got to talk about Patrick Dempsey's Dylan Gould, but should we cover John Malkovich's character real quick too?
We already covered John
Why?
Malkovich's
It's
character.
I was gonna say, like, why really does much?
Yeah, I guess we can kind of combine it in talking about Patrick Dempsey's character, because I do have some thoughts to say there, but whoever wants to start this off can go.
It was Patrick Dempsey, whatever that's worth. I don't know anything else Patrick Dempsey's been in. Okay, I got nothing.
He's been in various movies and shows. Like, he's best known for his work in Grey's Anatomy.
I was about to say, wasn't he on some sort of big soap opera at the time?
Yeah, he was. Apparently, okay, so fun fact, the reason he landed this this gig for Dark of the Moon was because, get this, him and Michael Bay both met at a fancy race, because like they're both avid race car fans. Like, they really bonded over it, and I guess Michael Bay was like, "Hey, do you want to be in the next Transformers movie?" And Patrick was like, "Cool, I'm in."
Okay, honestly, that's
Nice.
that's honestly kind of wholesome.
Oh, it is.
All right,
It's like, okay, so the character of Okay, you go. Oh, you go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
So yeah, as far as that, honestly, I have a more appreciation because that is honestly one of my favorite wholesome stories. But,
it is. It actually is pretty. It's generally
as far
wholesome.
as, but as far as Patrick Dempsey's character, I gotta say it's interesting that they tried to go with all these different threads with the guy, trying to intertwine them into what was going on with the main plot. I do appreciate that.
I do think that works. I think I think this is where we're gonna get a little divisive here, but that's fine. Like, that's what the internet thrives on.
Yeah.
But
Hey, divisiveness means I get clicks.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Justin and I have felt this way for a long time, and again, it's nothing against Patrick Dempsey. We want to make that clear, folks. It's nothing against the guy. He's a good actor. He's doing the best with what he's being given to work with. The problem Justin and I have with this character, though, is that he's just not really that threatening.
Yeah.
Like, that's really what it just boils down to. It's like, Sam kind of hits it on the nose, because like when we're first introduced to him, he seems like super nice guy, and he's really into Carly because Carly works for him. And it's like the way he talks about her and the way he stares at her, it's like he likes her more than just as an employee. And Sam, understandably, is like, yeah, I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this. And again, understandable. Like, because he gives Carly a new Mercedes that spoiler warning, it's a Decepticon.
Yeah, it turns out that's Soundwave.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that here in a bit.
Yeah,
but
spoilers,
yeah, so
like almost. Oh my god, almost 20 years later.
over 15 this year. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he gives Carly a new Mercedes, and Sam's like, "Where'd you get the car?" Dylan gave it to me. And he looks up the car. He's like, what brand is it? And she says what it is. And Sam, I love it, so quietly livid. She's like, "It's a really good car though, babe." He's like, "Babe, we should be selling this thing and using the money to buy a house. Because, yeah, that thing is freaking expensive."
Honestly, I'm 1,000% on Sam's side there.
Dude, same. It's like,
Yeah.
I know some people some people like, "Oh, you would really give up a freaking Mercedes?" You damn right I would.
Do you know? I mean, do you know? Like, yeah, I know. Do you know how much it? It's like receiving. No, it's like receiving as a gift is one thing, but it's like then once it's like given to you, it's like everything else is on your ass, pretty much.
Hell, I'm pretty sure
Basically.
the gas pumps will start gouging you because they see that car like, oh damn, they rich.
Exactly.
I mean, it's kind of like
that's a rich person.
kind of like a lot of the. Yeah, it's kind of like a lot of the controversies of Extreme Makeover Home Edition, where it's like,
Hmm. Like, oh, I think he cut
Oh
out
yeah, the
it's
again.
like they're on their own. You probably heard that a lot of the people had to sell those houses because they couldn't afford the bills.
Yeah, but I mean, just I'm kind of on him. That car is as nice as that car is. It ain't got a place where you can cook your dinner or just sleep in.
not to
We could
mention
probably sleep in it.
it's like but not to mention it's like that's like again a Mercedes. That's a freaking rich person's car. Like that's not something that you work with. That's not something you own when you work a blue collar job working 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Like
so that's something when you
blue collar. That's like something that rich people, or at the very least, blue collar doctors drive. And I know because I've seen one doctor in my area drive one. Not this particular model of Mercedes, mind you, but you know, a really nice Mercedes.
right.
It's like again, this is a rich person's car, and plus also it makes sense that Sam is against it because it's like, I'm your significant other, I'm your provider. You shouldn't need to rely on your boss.
Yeah, you could definitely. I
And
mean, I can definitely understand that. Like, Sam is just trying to prove himself as a man, and then he just sees that. I could definitely see him just starting to have a conniption.
understandable. And then the
Yeah,
plot twist that Dylan is actually in league with the Decepticons. Now,
That's not the only.
granted, we do
That's not
learn
the
that
only plot twist that's in this movie. We'll get into the significant other one that, when the scene happened, shocked you and probably pissed a lot of you off.
I know it did for me. Yeah,
Odo
but
pissed
yeah,
off Martin.
pissed off a lot of people in the fandom.
Anyway,
Anyways, but yeah, so now we learned that ultimately Dylan is only associated with the cons because literally they came to his dad years ago and told him to make it too expensive for to ever go back to the moon, which is why the Apollo missions were shut down, and we haven't been back to the moon since the 70s.
which begs
So
the question: what kind of power or influence does his dad have if he's able to do that?
Well, like he said,
apparently
he
his
did a
dad.
little bit of creative accounting to convince NASA and the United States government that it was too expensive to continue exploration.
Yeah, so in other words, it's very heavily implied that Dylan's dad was really good with banking.
And honestly, could anyone
And people
believe politicians were wasting taxpayer money?
nope.
I mean, yeah, that is true. We did. I mean, again, we did waste a lot of money just to figure out it'd be more efficient to put a scope on a gun we already had.
Oh yes, the experimental weapons program. Oh, that is a that that
That is a
reality is
video.
reality is stranger than fiction, ladies and gentlemen. Reality is stranger
No,
than fiction.
it's again,
It
it's
really
like
is
Fat
what it
Electrician says. It's like Fat Electrician says. Nothing is normal. Just nothing is normal.
Because now we're talking about pyramids and crystal skulls and alien robot Jesus, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. I tried.
Ironically, the pyramid and crystal skull all has to do with Bass Pro Shop. I know that sounds like a bad AI script for an Indiana Jones movie, but it's real.
Yep.
Honestly, I would love to see that. Honestly, if Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was connected to Bass Pro Shop, that would if there was like a conspiracy in the film where it was connected to Bass Pro Shop, that would have made the film 100 times better.
Oh, the plot has been lost.
I already
Why did-
liked that movie, but if that actually was the truth, Justin, it would make me love that movie even more.
He needs help getting to the crystal skull on top of the big Bass Pro Shop pyramid, and he calls it Larry the Cable Guy. Why are we entertaining this?
Because we
I don't
just
know, we
are,
just-
but yeah.
But anyway,
the
sorry.
plot's- Yeah.
Yeah,
but so-
let's get back to the plot.
Yeah, so yeah, but Dylan as a character, it's like, again, I find him interesting, but ultimately, my biggest gripe with him is, like I said, it's just, I just don't think he's as threatening as they want you to kind of feel like. Because, like, you can clearly tell that they wanted him to feel intimidating, but I just don't get that from an actor like Patrick Dempsey. You know what I mean?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I know I've said this to you before, Hunter, but honestly, I think they should have made, again, John Malkovich's character the one with the Decepticon connections.
I mean, that's kind of what the movie seemed to imply at the beginning. And
Yeah,
then they pulled this
but again, he was
on
more
you.
just a red hair. He was basically just a red herring.
Which, again, it did work. I will give him credit there, but it's like, seriously, there's
It's like,
a
come
reason
on,
why
John
people...
Malkovich is an actor who's known for playing villains, so...
And insane villains at that. Like, again, there's a reason why so many people in their rewrites for this movie, myself included, have his character be Dr. Arkaville.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, if anyone's going to pull that character off, it's John Malkovich. But yeah, so... I mean, there are some good moments with Dylan that I like. Like, I do see what the writers were going for. Like, I like that they were trying to make him sort of like the anti-version of Sam. You know, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. And I guess also we're trying to kind of go for a more unassuming evil, I guess.
Which, to be fair, it is pulled off pretty well. It's just, again, I just wish it was a different actor. Because again,
Yeah.
it's like not to harp on this too much, but like I look at Patrick Dempsey and I don't see villain, I see pretty man. I can't take him. It's like Prince Charming and Shrek. It's like I know he's technically a villain, but I can't take him serious.
Well, to be fair with Prince Charming, he's really not meant to be taken serious.
Fair. I'll grant you that one, buddy. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I do find it interesting that he's kind of like the Decepticons Sam Witwicky with how he's played up. I do think that's interesting. In fact, a part of me kind of wonders if maybe the mobile game Transformers Earth Wars took some inspiration for that with the human character that's allied with the Decepticons in that game, Luca.
Maybe?
That's an interesting hypothesis.
Like, okay, real quick, I want to bring this up here because I don't know if we're ever going to have a point to bring it up in any of these other retrospective episodes, maybe the next one, but I want to start it here.
All right.
Yeah.
I've talked with a few friends of mine, both here on Discord and other places like DeviantArt and other places that I'm pretty actively frequently on. And it's like,
yeah.
I see this back and forth case of like, oh, Transformers story shouldn't have human villains because human villains just aren't that great. G1 proved that time and time again. And I'm like, well, there's the problem. You're only looking at G1 as the rule, not the exception. Like,
I mean, are we forgetting about, like, I don't know, Silas from Prime?
See, that's what I'm saying though, Justin. It's like Silas is the exception, but the human villains from G1 are the rule, and that's why people are like, nope, it sucked. Human villains just suck. I'm like, I think human villains in Transformers stories can be really amazing.
I would bring up
when you.
I mean, I would. Oh, so.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Sorry. I was just saying I would try to think of something from animated, but again, most of those villains were a bunch of.
Well, to be fair, the one villain in that show that actually did work was Meltdown, and that was because you actually had a villain that could actually harm Cybertronians. So that made him interesting. Like, that made him a really interesting, compelling character.
Yeah. Everyone else was just a bunch of rogue losers dressed in cosplay. How many of you get that reference?
No, I got that reference, and I appreciate it. Like,
good.
To be fair, I don't hate the human villains of anime.
Oh, I don't either. I don't either. I mean, and like you said, like with animated, like they wanted to keep the main threat the Decepticons, so it makes sense why the
human villains are kind of a joke in that show. I mean, seriously, like the angry Archer. It's like, what was Green Arrow too busy that weekend or something?
Yeah.
I mean, the only other human villain from anime that I actually thought was pretty cool was Time Zone. Like, she was the only other one that I was like, you know what? Slow-mo, sorry. slow-mo. Like, she was
I
the
don't
only other
even
one that was
like
like,
any of the animated villains, and I remembered her.
and don't even get us started on Professor Princess, people. I don't care that she was voiced by Kath Susie. That character sucks.
And just like that, I'm no longer having a good day. Thanks for that, Hunter.
Anyways, moving on. So, I will say I do
Well, to
love
be fair,
like
well, to be fair,
like
well, go back to like the human villains in G1. We did get some good human villains in G1. I mean, hell, we got
we
Doctor
did.
Arkeville. He's a fan favorite.
Oh, yeah,
Agreed.
definitely.
Again, which is just all the more disappointing that they had John Malkovich for this movie and they didn't use him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, again, it sounds like we're talking shit here, people, but we're not really. We're just giving our honest thoughts,
Honestly,
and
I'm surprised we
sometimes
didn't. Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't given credence to Mandroid from
Oh yeah,
Earthspark.
Earthspark.
and yeah, Earthspark. Well, yeah,
I like him. I love how he unhinged he is. But
yeah.
yeah, it's like, but
Well,
all
I get.
like, but going back to getting back on track real quick. But yeah, but yeah, so Patrick Dempsey's character, I don't completely hate him, but I ultimately can say not my favorite. Like, what? Like, you guys agree? Do you disagree?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like you said, I I'm not against the idea of having a human villain in Transformers. Like I said, we've had some good Transformers human villains.
Agreed. Um,
Honestly, just thinking about this, I've given me the idea that I do want to do like a compilation of really good human villains in the Transformers franchise from like films, movies, shows,
And
comics.
nope, I'm
yeah,
in.
we've had plenty of good ones in the IDW comics. So
Hmm.
That we did, but not Spike Witwicky in the IDW. Fuck that guy.
Oh, I feel like you're gonna have a good rant about that one, aren't you?
Like, I get what they were going for, but they made Spike a dick for no reason.
Fair enough. But shall we get to the actual? Shall we get to some of the actual bots because we're about almost an hour and a half in.
Yeah, we'll go for like another
oh yeah,
hour. So, so, uh, so yeah, for the so we have we have of course Autobots and Decepticons in this movie because we have to. Pretty much. So most of the robot cast from the last movie is here. We have Optimus, Bee, Ratchet, Ironhide, and Sideswipe returning. And we actually get several new additions to the cast. Those being
yes.
Mirage and Wheeljack, aka Dino and Q. I guess we'll start with them since,
Well, before we get any
like,
further, fuck you, Ferrari.
agreed.
Yeah,
There's a
it's
reason why
like
people love that joke in Rise of the Beast because that was literally taking pot shots at them for that.
yeah.
Like, I can turn into a Ferrari.
Uh,
Proceeds to not show that alt mode. It's like, oh, dis.
Literally just telling them to go, telling Ferrari is just, yeah, go fuck yourself. This character is Mirage, and you can't change our minds.
Exactly.
can I just say, on behalf of Dino slash Mirage, it's not my preferred design for Mirage. I mean, I still prefer the G1 design for him, but I actually don't think it's a bad design. I actually thought like the wrist blades were a nice addition.
Oh,
Actually,
dude, this is
I'm going to
easy.
be capping that design was a fucking masterpiece.
Dude, it
Yeah,
is the fact that Studio Series finally gave us a figure of this guy, and yes, I do own it. I had to own it
Same.
because I wanted a figure of this guy for years, and I was mad that we never got one back in 2011 because fuck you, Ferrari, and your licensing rights.
well, technically, shouldn't the fuck you be on Mattel since they're the ones who own the marketing rights to Ferrari?
Well, to be fair, Ferrari also wasn't willing to hand it over to Hasbro either because they're like, see, we're already giving it to Mattel, and we don't really feel like giving it to you, so fuck you.
Well, if that was the case, I would have just said, "Well, fuck it, we'll just find another car."
Yep. But yeah, Mirage slash Dino. Uh Fuck it, we're just gonna call him Mirage. I don't care about the name change. Like, he's Mirage. The only thing about Mirage, like, okay, design again, I agree with you boys, design wise, easily one of the best designs in the Bayverse. Easily one of the best. Like, it's
Right.
sleek, it's sexy, it's elegant. Again, I love the door wings, I love the wrist blades. And I gotta give a shout out to Franciscus Quinn, who voiced Mirage in this movie, and sadly he passed away shortly after the movie was released. So may he forever rest in peace. Honestly, like, okay, he was picked by Ferrari because they wanted.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, if he's gonna turn into an Italian sports car and he's gonna and he's gonna have an Italian accent, we want him voiced by somebody who's actually from Italy and not just have him be an offensive stereotype. Which, to be fair, I can't fault them on that one, admittedly. I have to give them a feather in their cap on that one, boys. I kind of don't blame them.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, they could have easily just had Mirage being like a Mario sounding character. Let's go.
Yeah.
Now that I said that, I kind of want that. I mean,
Or like a
to be fair, animated did have pipes and gears. No, pipes and Huffer.
basically Mario Huffer basically be Mario and Luigi. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they're like bios in the Allspark
And
Almanac that literally has them talk like Mario and Luigi.
I know, and
Sorry.
I love it. But yeah, no. But yeah, so Mirage, I love his design. I love him in this movie. My only complaint with him is that he doesn't.
They don't do much with him.
Yeah, he doesn't cloak, unfortunately. Like, that's the big thing that Mirage is best known for. And it's like, and here's the thing, they do it in the novelization. Again, I know I bring those up, but it's just because I kind of have to because I've read them. Like, and in the novelization, they constantly reference his ability to turn invisible and cloak. In fact, Mirage actually uses it in a scene later on in the movie. It's when not in the movie, but he was supposed to. But again, this movie went through its own production hell when it came to certain things. But in what was essentially the final script of the film before they changed it, before it got leaked, Mirage was actually going to have a scene where his cloaking comes in clutch, and it's during the scene where the driller is attacking Sam and Company when they're in that building. Like, apparently Optimus and Shockwave were actually going to get into a brawl, which ultimately was still going to end with Optimus getting tangled in the wires and just left hanging. But while all that was going on, Mirage would have rescued Sam and the others as they were about to fall, because the idea was like they stop falling midair. They're like, "Whoa, what the hell just happened?" And then it turns out Mirage like, "I've got you." And then he immediately was going to get killed by Starscream, who just comes flying in out of nowhere and just kills him.
What a way to go.
Yeah, Mirage was supposed to die in this movie, folks. Thank God he didn't. Again, I will say he does get some really cool moments. Like, I love the highway chase scene with the dreads, like him just deploying his wrist blades to like latch onto Hatchet, just the whole gotcha. like he's cackling like fucking Spy from TF2. That's what he makes me think of. I don't know why. He makes me think of the Spy from Team Fortress 2. Oh my god, now I feel like I have to make Mirage French just for that joke. But yeah, like you guys got anything you want to add, or because I feel like I'm taking over by accident, and I'm not trying to.
No, man, no, dude. The whole point is for all of us to get Chatty Cathy. And honestly, this is the hardest time. This is the most fun I've had doing one of these in a long ass time.
Agreed. We really, trust me, folks. We're gonna try and get back to this more regularly. We promise.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
yes.
I also like that during the final battle at one point. If you notice, it's when they're charging the pillars. Mirage actually does like a sweep kill where he knocks the Decepticon off its feet, pins him to the ground, and just shanks that motherfucker.
Yeah, but I feel like there's one character performance we need to get into, and that is the performance of
Wheeljack.
Sentinel Prop. I
Oh
was
no! Yeah. Oh yeah. You're
you
right.
were really going to just go off on another tirade about a wheeljack design.
Fuck you! I'm allowed to have this.
I mean, do any of us even like this design for Wheeljack?
I don't. I like the
Ah,
design itself. I just don't call it wheeljack. I just go with the movie with Q.
fuck you. His name is Wheeljack. Not Pablo.
And again, much like with Mirage, wasn't this also like because of the company that made the car he turned into?
Yeah, Mercedes. Because
And it also worked
because
that
Mercedes.
there was a reference to James Bond films.
Well, yeah, that's why
Which
they
is
named him Q.
weird
Was
because I don't
because
think I ever
again,
remember seeing him Yeah, the James Bond movies.
yeah, Mercedes has had a long history with the James Bond films.
Which
I
is
mean, it
strange
makes
because I don't
sense
think
because
we've ever seen him transformed once in that film.
he does briefly transform in like one scene, but again, it's a very blink and you'll miss it moment. But I will say this, as underutilized as he was, I still at least got the vibe of Wheeljack from this design from this version. Like, he's a scientist, he's an inventor. Honestly, him sounding British didn't even piss me off. It's like, you know what? It strangely kind of works.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like okay, but in terms of like your answer your question about the design, Justin, I like it
Yeah,
from the neck. I like it from the neck down.
Here we
yeah, the
go.
head is freaking creepy.
Like okay, like again, not trying to make a big deal out of this when we say this, Tom. It's just again, okay, like on the one hand, I appreciate that they're referencing a brilliant mind like Albert Einstein. That's cool. Problem is just that here it's almost a case. It's kind of a case of uncanny valley, and it's just kind of disturbing.
Yeah,
It's like
his head almost looks like a skull.
it kind of
Like
does, and I don't know if that was
what's
what they were
supposed to
trying to
be
go
his
for.
what's supposed to be his mustache almost looks like skeleton teeth.
It kind of does. I don't know why. Like it's just
Yeah, I
weird
don't.
because when you think about it, the original Wheeljack's head was already kind of alien looking, so I'm just like I kind of wish that they just leaned more into that.
All right, so I was sitting here trying to honor the memory of Leonard Nimoy, and then it just turned into this.
Well, I figured I know, but it's just I feel like well, okay, because here's the thing. I don't really I guess we'll get into him now since you do want to, and that's fine. Personally
I
though,
hope
with
you
how
realize I'm
this
just
movie
joshing.
handles
By the
him,
way,
no, I know, but you do bring up a good point. Personally though, so yeah, obviously we're going to start talking about Sentinel Prime and okay, for like I just want to say off rip, I have to
Yeah,
admit this iteration of Sentinel I do find very interesting as a character. Like I really did like what they did with him in this movie. Like Tom, you want to lead this one?
with how Sentinel is.
Yeah, go ahead. Take the reins.
Well, all right. I'm probably going to start a riot in the comments by saying I like this Sentinel more than Transformers 1.
Ooh, hot. Ooh, Tom with the spicy takes. All right.
All right.
Let it all out.
All right. Now, while I just quickly hide behind my friends, my cohorts, my human shields from the Rotten Tomatoes, allow me to elaborate.
Oh no, I joke, buddy, but in all seriousness, go ahead, take it away. I want to hear this.
There's a
Like, I
reason
legit want to hear this.
yes.
there's a reason I love this version of Sentinel so much more than just the overly charismatic, totally not referencing Homelander version of Sentinel. Oh yeah, did I ever mention I hate the boys? Cause I fucking hate the boys. I think it was always a hack show.
His
It
words,
started out.
not mine.
I'll
It
fucking
started
say
out.
His
it.
words, not mine.
Started out good, but went
Anyway,
out with it. But
It was
went out
always
with a
it was
whimper.
always shit. The world just caught up to me.
Continue.
seems to be like a common trend in TV, isn't it?
Sure seems that way. But anyways,
Anyway,
Tom, you're saying?
but no, the reason I really do love the Sentinel is just everything about his characterization. When we first meet him, like you can see why Optimus looked up to this guy, and I also
Oh,
just like
definitely.
seeing a Sentinel that didn't just start out as basically a ginormous asshole for once. There was
To
actually
be
some
fair,
Right.
proper nuanced motivation behind Sentinel. Like he truly believed that what he was doing was for the better of his species, even if it ended up going against a lot of the core of his beliefs that everyone deserves the right to be free. But he just felt so backed
I,
into a corner he didn't have any choice. Like it doesn't feel malicious. It feels like he has no choice but to close off his emotions to make things better for all Cybertronians, even if that meant making a pact with the devil.
no, I definitely agree. I definitely think that like I'll even say like I definitely agree with you. I do love a nuanced villain. Or you know what? Hell, I'm not even really gonna call him a villain in this movie because he's not really a villain, at least not in the strictest definition of the word. He's definitely an antagonist in the story. Definitely. But I definitely would not say I wouldn't really go to say he's a devious mustache twirling villain.
Though
No, again, like you
ironic,
said, Tom,
given he has some epic facial hair.
indeed for a robot. Like that's like Alpha Trion would be amazed by that facial hair. This is robot Gandalf we're talking about. Thank you,
uh,
Death Battle, for that joke.
oh Lord.
But like I definitely agree. Like Sentinel Prime as a character, this movie is really where. Well, I would say to a point, this and Transformers Animated prior was really where they started the whole Sentinel kind of being a shithead to a point. Like,
Well, to be fair, it's not like Sentinel really had much characteristics
no,
before that. He was only ever just a name.
yeah, like that's the thing. Like Sentinel Prime as a character was literally just a in Generation 1 lore was literally just a historical footnote. He was literally just Optimus's predecessor before he got the Matrix. Like that was all we knew about the guy. It's really over been the last 20 years that there's been more of a consistent effort to kind of evolve some of these historical footnote characters and make something
Yeah.
of them. And definitely I would say some takes are better than others for sure. Like
Granted, I do think they are kind of going a bit overboard. Oh, sorry. Wait, did
you
I
go ahead.
glitch out again? Oh,
You kind of
sorry.
did.
Okay, well, I
You
was
kind of
just
glitched
saying,
out.
like, oh, sorry. I was just saying, like, I mean, they did kind of go a bit overboard by having, every Prime that predated Optimus be an asshole.
No, I definitely agree with that, Justin. But at the end of the day, I get what they're trying to go for there. It's like to show that Optimus is truly something special because he's the exception, not the rule.
Right.
But I get it. Like I definitely agree. It's gotten to a point where it's like, okay, I'm like my point is that the point where me and Justin and Tom might agree with us on this one is like I'm not against these other primes before Optimus having flaws, but can we just tone down on it a little bit, please, Hasbro? Like that's all we're asking.
Yeah.
But again, to your point, Tom, I definitely agree. Like Sentinel in this film is a very tragic character. Like I really do enjoy the nuance with him as a character. Like again, what definitely helps is definitely Leonard Nimoy's performance as this character.
Yeah.
I mean, we had
One
like
of the
first
few things I
Galvatron.
liked was its preference.
Yeah, it's like
Sorry.
no, you're good. But yeah, surprisingly, as much as critics basically railed on this movie, They said Leonard Nimoy's Sentinel Prime was one of the few things they liked.
Yeah, and it is, and again, it is also like you were saying, it is nice to see him come back to Transformers. Like,
Yeah, this would be the last time, though, unfortunately, as he would
yeah, no.
tragically pass away shortly after
Actually,
this.
wasn't there like there was kind of a story behind this? Yeah, well, there's actually
Yeah,
kind of
because
like you were saying, like a story behind like how they got Leonard.
he was actually married to Michael Bay's aunt. I'm not kidding.
Hmm.
So, but yeah,
Well,
like
like his
back during Revenge of the Fallen, there were rumors that Leonard Nimoy was going to voice the Fallen. Obviously, that never happened because we got Tony Todd instead, which I argue was honestly a better choice for the character.
both would have been.
But but Michael Bay said the reason he never approached Leonard Nimoy about voicing the Fallen was because he didn't want to feel like he was pressuring the guy. But Nimoy himself was actually asked about it later, and Nimoy himself said, like, Michael doesn't need to be afraid to ask me. It's like, I would love to come back to Transformers. And I guess because of that interview, they were like,
Right.
well, we're doing a third movie. Do you want to be in it? Hell yeah. And to be fair, it was a good role for him.
Yeah.
I also will admit I will admit the first I may not be the biggest Star Trek fan. I definitely feel like I'm more of a fan of it than you are, Tom, but it's like I will admit I'd be lying if I said I didn't get a little giddy when I hear Sentinel make a reference to it when he goes, "How doomed you are, Autobots. You fail to realize that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few." It's like, I see what you did there, Aaron Kruger. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Definitely, but I just more lean into the memes of the whole Star Trek versus Star Wars kind of thing. Yeah, you guys know my side of the fence, but it's all in jest.
Oh, I know, dude. It's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't humor both sides. I don't humor both sides because I do kind of like both franchises. I just hate both franchises fans.
amen to that, buddy.
I'll just see
Again, I
myself.
said fans, not fan. No, I said fans, not fan. There's a difference. A fan is smart. Fans are dumb, panicky, dangerous animals, and you know it.
I was
No,
going to go for the gag of, well, I guess
no,
I'll see myself out.
no. Honestly, just it's more like fans are just a pack of rabid dogs.
Well, it's pretty much the same thing, but anyway, we're getting too off track again.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So Sentinel being kind of an unintentional villain in this movie is fascinating because I talked about this in our last when we last did this, and I want to bring it up here again because it's such a good moment, and I kind of wish it was still they kept it in the movie.
Hmm.
Was in the
Yeah.
novelization there's where Sam and Bumblebee, when they figure out the plot, go to find Sentinel to get him back to Nest Base, and they find him at a public playground in fire truck mode, and he's got all these little kids climbing on him, playing on him. They're in the cab honking the horn. Like like he's just letting all of this happen. The parents are just watching. Sam and Bumblebee come up and they're like, "Sir, we need to get you back to base. Base, we feel like there's a problem." He's like, "Absolutely, lead the way." And Sam asks him, "It's like, sir, if you don't Sentinel, sir, if you don't mind my asking, why did you come to a public playground of all things?" He's like, "I just wanted to experience human culture and in its purest form." He's like, the whole time that he was on, he said the whole time he was on the playground, he was like, you had all these kids of different nationalities and different languages and just playing together and having a good time. He's like, I think the best way to solve all the problems on your planet is to build more playgrounds.
Yeah, I do like how you said you plan on using that scene, but with Optimus in one of your stories.
Which I thought was
Yep,
just
Ruby
wholesome
Blood and
as hell.
Steel.
It just sounds perfect. But yeah,
Dude,
Yeah,
I just
definitely
really
is.
wanted to give praise to both the character and Leonard Nimoy's portrayal.
Oh no, I don't
I did
hate
like
Leonard Nimoy's portrayal. And honestly, I actually really like his design too.
Oh yeah,
It
it's
is such
great.
like I don't know why, but the fact that they made a metallic cape on one of these characters work, that it works so well.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of tell that Transformers One did take a few cues from this design when designing their Sentinel.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It really, granted, it really does seem like they were kind of taking cues from like all different designs because there's a little bit of his animated design, a little bit of his IDW design,
Yeah, a little bit of Bay.
all that
Yeah.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yeah, TF1 Sentinel is, and obviously we're going to talk more about that when we get to that, but still. But but I do like that as the story like during the final battle, Sentinel is so dedicated to saving Cybertron that he's actually willing to throw hands with Optimus.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
And for an old guy,
can I just say like what? Oh, sorry.
no, you go ahead.
I was just like, can I just say like what kind of my problem is with the twist?
Yeah,
Is that I just don't feel like there was a lot of good build up or like any like kind of like hints at it. Again, this movie moves at a pretty fast pace, and honestly, I can't really say I blame them. I mean, the reason you watch these movies is for like fast paced action.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I just feel like maybe they could have slowed it down a bit, if you know what I
no,
mean.
I definitely, no, I definitely
It's,
agree. Like, no, I totally
I
get where
mean,
you're coming from,
even
though.
like in Transformers One, even though the idea of Sentinel being a villain say isn't really much of a twist, but still, it's
It's just a little, it's handled
like evil. You
better
still
there
kind of
because
get the hints. Yeah. Well, it's like you
yeah,
still
it's
got
like
the hint that there was something not right about him.
yeah, like it's. I think it just comes down to like I think what it ultimately comes down to is just that Josh Cooley was like, I want to tell a fast-paced, fun story, but I also want it to have, I actually want it to feel like a movie.
Yeah. But honestly, if they wanted to like do this kind of thing, but like in a way that wouldn't hurt the pacing, again, going back to a lot of the rewrites where a lot of people have, rather than this being something that Megatron and Sentinel were planning for like centuries, have it be like Megatron actually manipulates Sentinel on Earth. Like basically try to like play into like the fact that he wants the war to end and just be like, look, Sentinel, I want the war to end too. And we all know Optimus doesn't have the nuts to to go through with this kind of thing.
No,
You
I
know what I
definitely
mean?
agree. No, I get you. Like that's one of the things I liked about Phoenix Studios rewrite. By the way, we're not sponsored by him.
No, no, we just really like his stuff.
Agreed.
But yeah,
But yeah, like I
like I
definitely
said,
I
like maybe I feel they could have gone in that direction. Like I said, I feel like they could have like that would have like made the twist less out of left field, but like also like not hurt the pacing.
or I feel like the other alternative could be like, you know, just have a few more scenes with Sentinel before the twist happens. Kind of give us a hint that something seems a little off, but I don't know what.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think it would have still saved anyone from, well,
Yeah, that
how
too.
we found out. Okay, who wants to rip
Yep.
off the band-aid?
They
I
killed our
will.
boy.
It was less okay. That's less ripping off the band-aid and more
I
waxing
mean,
off.
if I was gonna say if Martin was here, he would probably have some shit to say.
Oh, he'd probably have a conniption. This is less ripping off the band-aid and more waxing off your beard.
Don't tempt me.
I mean,
What the fuck are you implying?
mm,
Moving on.
yeah, but
But yeah, Sentinel
yes,
reveals that he's a turncoat by shooting Ironhide in the back with cosmic rust. Now, I will give credit. This is actually a really good. This plot twist moment of Ironhide's death is actually very well played. Because
Explain.
well, okay. Well, it worked. It works especially like when you're watching this movie for the first time because you're not seeing it coming. So when it does happen, it's like it's shocking, but I don't feel like it was done simply just for shock value.
Yeah.
Like it
Oh,
makes
and while
like
we're
when you think
talking,
about it,
oh,
like if you think about it, it makes sense that Sentinel would shoot Ironhide because of all the bots that were at base. Because remember, Optimus wasn't there yet. You know, Ironhide's the biggest threat, so it kind of makes sense. Okay, I got to take out the biggest threat.
and while we're talking about this scene, should we talk about the bits from this scene that got cut?
Oh yeah, because as you may have noticed when I mentioned the Autobot cast earlier in the movie, folks, uh, well, pretty much a lot of the guys that were in the last movie got cut from this movie, including Skids
Except
and
Wheelie.
Mudflap,
Wheelie's still in there. But yeah.
which is kind of weird because it's like, where'd you come from again? I mean, I obviously I know, but it's like because I say that because like again, after a certain point, Revenge of the Fallen, Wheelie just kind of drops out of the movie, and I can say that because I recently rewatched that movie, and it's like, yeah, after a certain point, he just kind of disappears from the rest of the movie, and we don't see him again.
Yeah.
But like, but but yeah, so uh Skids and Mudflap were also cut from this movie because, well, people didn't really like how they were handled in Revenge of the Fallen, basically even saying they were racist stereotypes. Again, I'm personally on the side of I don't think that was intentional, but that's just my opinion.
No, I don't think
But
that. Well, especially like when you hear like, because like I said, a lot of their personalities were ideas from their voice actors, and for what they were going for, yeah, I don't think that was their intention.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Reno Wilson and Tom Kenny have apologized profusely for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
Skids
again,
and
because they
Mudflap
said they weren't really. Oh, sorry.
No, you go
Sorry.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Say like they pretty much said what they were going for were just kind of jock teen or like kids trying to act tough, like kind of like wannabe tough guy type deal.
Exactly. So, but yeah, they ultimately got cut from the film.
Yeah.
Although,
because you said they
were
kept
originally
they
supposed
kept
to,
you said they kept that scene in the novel. Yeah, you said they kept them in the novelization, right?
yeah, because they were originally supposed to still be in the movie, and they actually get killed right after Ironhide.
Yeah.
And to give you an idea, folks, it really is a pretty brutal scene with the twins when the twins die. Sorry, popcorn went down the wrong hole.
I hate when that happens.
Me too. But yeah, what happens is as Sentinel turns his cannon to Bumblebee to shoot him, Skids jumps in front of Bumblebee and takes the shot for him. Mudflap, having watched and felt his brother die in front of him, goes ape shit, like literally ape shit, because he jumps onto Sentinel and is pounding the shit out of him while Sentinel is shooting him until finally after he's been shot by so much cosmic rust that he basically just disintegrates to nothing. Like, not gonna lie, I kind of wish that had been kept in because having the twins go out in such a heroic fashion, I think it would have changed a lot of people's opinions on the twins.
Maybe.
Probably not. Probably not because this is still the internet we're talking about, but I think honestly a lot of people would have been surprised by it. Like, wow, was not expecting that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ironhide, yeah, this is where Ironhide dies, and yeah, this pissed off a lot of people. And again, understandably so, because as we've said before, guys, Bayverse
The Sentinel gets the
Ironhide
pillar.
is like Yep.
Yeah. Sorry.
But like, no, you're good. Uh, I guess before we move on, because we do gotta try and wrap this up here real quick. Got
Right.
about 30 minutes left. We also get
Well,
the
do we also
wreckers in
want
this
to talk?
movie, or at least we got the wreckers in this
Yeah.
movie too. Which in this case, it's only a 3-man team consisting of Topspin, Roadbuster, and Leadfoot.
Which, if I recall, Leadfoot is technically
Yeah, he was an original character, but because of this,
original, like the other two were.
yeah, the other two are previously existing characters. Leadfoot was an original character made for the Wreckers, but it was because of this movie's success that Leadfoot has shown up in other Transformers media as a
Yeah.
member of the Wreckers,
The
which is cool.
one thing I am kind of, the one thing I am kind of disappointed to, a lot of like concept art and even like Leadfoot's toy give him like a little like pit bull like mini con named Steeljaw. Because I kind of
Yeah,
wish they kept that in.
Yeah, me too. That would have been adorable.
Like just the Autobots having their own little like pet character.
Their own little animal mascot.
Kind of, you know,
Like,
kind of like the opposite of Ravage and Laserbeak.
yeah, basically. But I don't know how you guys feel, but like personally, I don't. First of all, I honestly don't mind the Wreckers being like NASCAR race cars. I thought that was funny for some reason. Like that's unexpected. Like I love Leadfoot's design. I love his big old pot belly. Uh, I also love that Leadfoot's voiced by John DiMaggio. You can never go wrong with Don.
Oh no.
I mean John.
No, he was Marcus.
Yep. And he also voices Crosshairs in the next movie.
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah,
have
John.
John
Oh, sorry.
DiMaggio.
So we're talking because he voices Marcus
yep.
Phoenix in Gears of War.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
is another Gears of War connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 2 in 1 video. We're really having a good day.
Yep.
But like I said, I love Leadfoot.
Yeah. It was also Bender in Futurama, so it would have been hilarious if he actually said, "Hey, Decepticons, bite my shiny metal ass."
I'm kind of sad they didn't do that, dog, because I would have loved that.
Too.
But yeah, so
That would have
yeah,
been
like,
funny.
I honestly I like the idea that Aaron Kruger came up with for the Wreckers, kind of having them feel like a pit crew. It's not as played up in the movie, but in the novelization and comic book adaptations, it is because like they actually repair that drone ship that B and Sam used to sneak up to Dylan's penthouse with. Like they actually get that thing fixed in like under 5 minutes. Like and Sam's like Sam starts laughing. And Epps is like, "What's so funny?" He's like, "They remind me of a pit crew." Because the three of them are getting it together. They're talking shit while they're doing it. It's genuinely funny. Like it's even funnier because during the whole thing where they talk about the whole the whole thing. It's like the Autobots hid in the boosters on the ship, right?
Yeah.
Like there's an extra bit of dialogue where one of them, I think it's either Roadbuster or Topspin, says, it's like, besides, the ship was structurally unsound anyway. Never would have made it out of the atmosphere. So it really just goes to show that these guys are not just fighters, they're also engineers, which is pretty cool. And speaking as fighters, there's one thing this movie got right about the Wreckers, it's that they're fucking brutal as hell.
Yep.
That
That one
poor
poor
Decepticon.
pilot that they just tore to shreds.
I unironically love that scene. Just, Wreckers, kill him! This is going to hurt!
That's something you see
A lot!
out of
A
some shit from,
lot!
like Warhammer, not Transformers. Holy shit.
Right? Holy fuck. I mean, they ripped that poor guy to pieces.
They turn.
They were like, no survivors.
Yeah.
Speaking of that scene, should we talk about that scene?
Well, specifically, there's one element of it that I feel like you want to bring up,
Yeah.
Justin, and I don't blame you.
Well, there was one more bit of design talk I want to do, but Justin, you go ahead first.
Oh.
No. Let him go first.
No, you
Austin?
guys keep
I was just
going.
going to
I
talk
got.
about the scene.
Ah,
I'm still gonna be here, but I gotta take a phone call.
okay.
Uh,
But one more
Okay.
thing I will say is that scene technically is leading to another G1 reference. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, which reference?
The
No one else
series
saw this
episodes
movie.
where Megatron tricked humanity that the cons were the good guys. Remember?
Hank, you say that again, I cut out again. Ugh.
It's the two-parter episodes over like Megatron tricked Earth into seeing the cons as the good guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the reference I'm referring to. Which
Uh,
again, at this rate, like it's not even coincidences anymore. It's clear, like they had to get these ideas somewhere, or at
right?
least the writers.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, sorry about that. But
Are you
yeah,
good?
like talking about that scene, when the Autobots return. I know this scene has been kind of like mixed by people, as a lot of people say this is like something the Autobots would not have done. Like, would they really risk like hundreds of thousands of people getting killed just to make a point that the Decepticons aren't to be trusted? Or that's
Mm,
clear that
yeah,
the Decepticons won't leave once the Autobots are gone. Like I said, this is like something that, again, a lot of people like basically
yeah.
take
It's like
issue
it's one
with.
of the. And honestly, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle on that one.
I, I look at it this way. I don't think they were necessarily trying to pull anything like that. I think it's more or less they just didn't have they weren't able to respond fast enough because let's again, assuming they were launching from Florida, that's a
They were.
long way from Florida to Illinois, gentlemen.
No, it is.
I mean,
Means they were
yeah.
hauling ass. Meaning they were hauling ass.
And keep in mind, they also probably had to make sure none of the cons spotted them from the air.
Well, yeah, because that's
I
one of
mean,
the things the cons have over the Autobots is air superiority.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, that's still a thing in this movie too.
Which, by the way, you want to talk about? Uh, Wait, should we actually talk about the cons? Well, after we talk about this.
Yeah, that's what I kind of wanted to do.
Because I was gonna say, like, I mean, I think we all agree, like, Optimus's whole like speech there, the whole "now we take the fight to them" is awesome.
Oh no,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah, it's
Like
just the
that is
part
like
of. Oh, sorry.
I. Yeah, I don't know. You keep going. You keep going.
It's just the part where he says, "We will kill them all," that also rubs people the wrong way, and it also rubbed Peter Cullen the wrong
Yeah, I
way.
will. Okay, I'll grant that one. Even Peter has stated his I won't say disdain, more discomfort, I guess you could say, over
Disapprove.
that line.
More, I would say more disapproval.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Which, I mean, to be fair, I mean, when you've played a character as long as he has,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of you pretty much like have an idea of how you play the character, what the character is, and then like to have you say or do something that doesn't feel in character.
Well, it kind of goes. Honestly, this segues real quick into this. It kind of goes back into the problem that it's like I said this before. Like this, like the like after the first movie, the rest of the movies kind of follow this trend, and it's one that admittedly does rub fans the wrong way, including myself and Justin. And that's I only exclude you, Tom, because I don't want to feel like I'm putting words in your mouth.
Mm.
But like, it's like it's not so much the fact that Optimus is killing Decepticons in these movies that's a problem, because like we get it, it's a war, and in war people die. That's not the problem. The problem is that you have him killing Decepticons like he's Jean-Claude Van Damme, like coming up with very creative ways to kill them. That's a problem.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like,
Oh, hang on.
oh,
All right. Well,
No,
I mean,
you guys keep going. You guys keep going, because again, I gotta take a phone.
I mean, no, I totally understand that. And I even addressed this on on a video where I talked about character assassinations. Where, yeah, I definitely agree. Objectively, they took it a bridge too far in the fourth movie, and we'll talk about that when we get to the fourth movie. And
yeah,
even
it's like
though,
it.
even oh, huh?
No, I was just gonna make a joke. About because you remember, like we mentioned this in the first one, how originally Liam Neeson or like was considered for voicing Optimus.
Yeah.
I was like gonna say he's killing these cons like he's Liam Neeson from Taken, and then like say like ironic
Yeah.
considering he almost voiced him in this.
Yeah, but like I said on that video, I did give some leeway because yeah, I see what they were trying to do. In a lot of cases, I did see what could have flicked the switch, but I still had to be objective that yeah, this is definitely out of the blue. But you feel what I'm saying, right, Justin? Like it doesn't bother me because I see what they were going for, but yeah, it just wasn't really like the puzzle pieces just didn't fit together too well.
I know what you mean, and again, like that's kind of like that's always been like a thing like fans seem to have with the movie franchise in general is again it just kind of tries to be more like a traditional action movie.
Yeah, I mean they did.
It's yeah. Sorry, I'm back.
Nah, it's all good. I but yeah, I was just giving my whole thing is like you remember that when I talked about Age of Extinction Prime on my character assassination video, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I, I'm gonna have more to say when we actually get to that.
Yeah, but I figured we have a little more time left, so you want to switch gears over to the cons?
Definitely.
I mean,
I
well,
guess we'll start. I
Megatron
guess
is
we'll start.
just that. Yeah, we'll just
Let's
start
start
with
with Megs.
Megatron. Yeah, I mean he's just kind of there.
Well, hold on.
I mean,
I want to give some credit where it's due because say what you will about the alt mode, but the design for the bot mode, oh my god.
well, okay.
I
Here's my thing with Dark of the Moon Megatron is that honestly, it really is just whether or not the design jives with you for me. Is like because like in terms of his personality and characterization, it's pretty much consistent with the previous film, so no issue there. But I'm sorry, you go ahead, Tom. I didn't
but
mean to
no,
cut
I
you
mean
off.
just I'm going to be honest, out of the original 3 movies, I think this is my favorite design for Megatron. I don't know,
Okay,
he just has a
not
presence to him with just that Mad Max looking aesthetic. The
I
cloak
do
over
have
his scarred face, the shotgun,
I do
I like the
I
fact that
do
it
got to
feels
admit
like
that
they
is
actually
pretty cool.
designed for him a proper arm.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well,
have
he's
just a little
still
suck. I mean, it's still not like he's still got asymmetry going on, but it's not as noticeable. Like his arm feels like it's got a little more heft to it.
Yeah. I like that I can tell
And
where
I
the fingers and thumb is, okay?
no, I get it. And I got to give credit where it's due. That opening his opening scene where he's in the savannah of Africa just intimidating animals. That is actually like yeah, that's something he would do even in his fucked up state that he's
I
in.
mean he literally just growls at those that herd of zebras that are just looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
And even the elephants are kind of like, I don't know if I want to fuck with this guy. Fun fact: he originally was supposed to kill one of the elephants, but ultimately Michael Bay had that cut because no, we're not killing
Probably
elephants.
thought it was probably thought it would send a wrong message.
Well, he's also a
I
very,
mean,
he's also a very strong animal. He's also a very strong animal lover.
Well, I know he does love
Yeah,
elephants.
He loves a lot of animals. And I know some people are like, well, then how come he's okay with Laserbeak shooting a fucking vulture? It's like, to be fair, vultures are not exactly what you call pretty.
Yeah.
Plus,
I mean, to be fair,
name anyone who would want to watch their favorite animal get killed.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, hell, that's why Stephen Summers, with his Jungle Book movie back in 1994, said that's why he didn't kill off Shere Khan, because he's just like, tigers are just so cool.
I love that movie, unironically, too.
Again, his words, not mine.
No, I get it. Like, dude, I recently rewatched that movie, and it's like, you know what? I kind of like how he handled Shere Khan in that movie. Like, Shere Khan feels less like a villain and feels more like this god of the jungle almost.
Yeah. Like I said, his words, not mine. I know a lot of people don't like that movie, so
Hey, to be fair, that movie's not that bad. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
That movie was a staple of my childhood.
But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, as for like, anyway, can I say what I think about Megatron in this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, I mean, I will admit, like, this isn't my favorite design out of the live-action Megatrons. I still think Revenge of the Fallen is still my all-time favorite. But given the state he's in, I do again like the more Mad Max look. I especially love how it does even extend to his like truck mode, because the truck he turns into does look very Mad Max-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was very much what they wanted to go for. They wanted him to look like an aggressive-looking truck.
Yeah. My only problem with this Megatron is that he really doesn't do much. And again, it's like, again, we kind of said that was kind of like a trend going in after like the first movie, where it's like he's kind of like just second fiddle to another main villain.
I mean, at least in Revenge of the Fallen, he actually was doing stuff in that movie.
True. But yeah, it's like here it's like, he's supposed to be the one that orchestrated all this, but doesn't really feel like it.
I mean, the fact that he's literally getting bullied by Sentinel at one point is like, oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. I mean, I guess I get it. Yeah. That's supposed to be the point, but it's like, it just kind of feels weird, because it's like, if you know Megatron as a character, you're like, I feel like it should be the other way around.
Yeah, or like at least for like, like, I mean, I could like, because Rewrite Workshop like did this, included that scene, Sentinel saying, let's make one thing clear: I've agreed to work with you. I would never work for you. But then followed up by Megatron basically snapping back by saying, just remember, you're the one who came to me.
Exactly. Like, could you imagine like something like that plays out? Like Sentinel's like getting in Megatron's face about that, like he's essentially poking him with his finger, like essentially poking the bear, and Megatron just responds by just grabbing him by the throat and just pinning him to the side of the building, and just gets in his face like he did to Starscream in Revenge of the Fallen, like, and let me remind you, you came to me with this deal, not the other way around.
Yeah. Also, another kind of unpopular opinion. I like how they, with another one of the Decepticon designs, I like how they kind of played around more with just Soundwave's head being the silhouette of the Decepticon symbol.
Oh yeah, like, okay, like, I actually really...
If we're going to talk about Soundwave, I have to say... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Justin. Go ahead, Justin.
I was going to say, compared to Revenge of the Fallen, this is definitely an upgrade.
Oh, for sure. Like, okay, to be fair with Revenge of the Fallen...
Actually, we never really saw his robot mode. Though I did like the idea of him being a satellite.
It does work.
I do admit. Honestly, either him or Reflector being a satellite just works for me.
Yeah, but honestly, I definitely think this design for Soundwave is a huge improvement. And much like A Dark
Oh,
of the Moon, it is awesome that we got Frank Welker to voice him.
That was
even if it is
great.
just the Dr. Claw
Yeah.
voice.
Which, to be fair, that
Well, if I
slipped out in
understand, even
G1
in
as well.
yeah, because to be
Not,
fair, in
it's
G1
not, it's not as raspy as the Dr. Claw voice, though.
well, there were a few times because from what I understand, it was kind of him doing a similar voice. They just put like a synthesizer over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here it's like there's no Vode coding over it, so it's literally just the Dr. Claw voice. Like, and I say this with love because again, I grew up with the original Inspector Gadget
Yeah.
cartoon, so it's like there are times I almost expect to hear Soundwave say, "Next time, Gadget. Next
All
time."
right.
And then just have Ravage go.
Yes. I
If
will.
Ravage
But
was
yeah,
in this movie,
yeah. We do get Laserbeak, and honestly, I love that Laserbeak was kind of freaky in this movie.
Everything.
I actually didn't
For
mind
me,
this
it's more
Laserbeak's
of like how
design.
you feel about Wheeljack, where I like everything from the neck down.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Personally, I didn't mind it with Laserbeak because again, it's meant to be more of an animalistic design because it's literally a robot bird.
Fair enough.
Well, I do kind of like that they were going for more of a vulture look with him.
I mean, considering the original Laserbeak and Buzzsaw were supposed to be condors, it makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
But like,
it seems like they're
but on
going.
sound. Also, the thing about real quickly before we
Sorry.
continue, because I will agree, it's like Soundwave's design. I absolutely love it. If there's one thing I would have changed about this design, it's
With
I
the
kind of wish I wish in Robot Mode he had a little bit more color to break up the
legs.
silver. No, it's not even the legs. It's
Oh,
just the fact
yeah.
that he's just predominantly silver.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it would have been nice if they at least gave him a little bit of blue.
Yeah. Oh, also,
Yeah, like.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you go ahead, Tom.
What do we think of the dreads? What's the consensus on the dreads?
Awesome design.
We appreciate the Predators reference.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like honestly, the dreads as a design, like okay, I okay, it's like on the one hand, I do wish that we got to see more of them, but at the same time, looking at their role in the story, they kind of serve their function in the story. Like they're literally meant to just draw suspicion away from the Decepticons because like again, the whole thing, like here's the thing, in the novelization, they full on explain that the Dreads fully acknowledge, like, because the Dreads hitch a ride back to Earth with Optimus and Ratchet as they're bringing Sentinel back. They hitch a ride on the shuttle that they arrive on, and then they report to Megatron. To which Megatron tells them, "You know what your assignment is now," and they're like, "Yes, Lord Megatron." So, in other words, these guys are literally going in expecting to die. So it's like essentially they are essentially being martyrs for their cause. And so it's like, honestly, they don't really need to do anything other than that.
Fair enough.
I think of the three, Crowbar, who's the first one we see transform and throw Simmons out of his car, I think Crowbar might be my favorite design-wise. I don't know what it is, but I really dig his design. Crowbar, Crankcase is really cool, and Hatchet, I've seen a lot of people say Hatchet is what Ravage from the previous movie should have been, and it's like, I can kind of see it. He definitely looks more cat-like to a point. But at the same time, it's like,
I still prefer the way Ravage was.
I do too, because I said it back when we did that episode, is that the thing about Ravage's design in Revenge of the Fallen I like was that it felt like a drone, because that's clearly what they were trying to go for. So it makes sense that, it kind of resembles a drone with the monocycloptic eye.
Yeah. I guess like with Hatchet, it definitely comes off more like an attack dog.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's basically what he is.
Yeah, and now should we talk about the guy that was in all the marketing?
Oh, I'm gonna have some things to say.
Wave had such a design in that movie. Like, come on.
Design-wise, Shockwave is phenomenal. He's awesome. My issue is just that he does nothing in this movie.
Ouch.
Which is strange because wasn't he actually originally going to be kind of the main bad guy? Like he was originally going to have Sentinel's role.
Basically, but then Sentinel basically got added to the plot because they thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had an evil Prime, quote unquote? It's like, didn't we already do this with the last movie?
But still, I mean, hey, I'm just trying to give credit where it's due. That design, god damn.
Oh no, I agree. It's an amazing design. Like, holy shit. Like, again, my issue is not the design. It's
we're not saying it's not a bad design. It's an awesome design. Again, like Hunter said, we just more to do.
It's like,
anyways, he's just kind of there.
I mean, you literally could have had his role in this movie filled by like frickin' Six Shot, and it would not have changed anything. Like, okay, I get what they were going for. They're kind of leaning into the idea of Shockwave being just a killer who kills for the sake of killing, kind of like how Shock Blast from Transformers Energon was. But I think the reason why Shock Blast was even more like than this version of Wave personality-wise is because Shock Blast kind of had like a Beast Wars Rampage vibe to him. Like you know he's a bad guy because he kills just for the sake of killing. But damn it, you can't help but love the fact that he's committed to his craft.
Fair enough.
Like, again, Shockwave design-wise is just phenomenal in this movie. Like, I love like the hulking skeletal look that he has. Like, he looks scary as hell. Like, I even love that that's even referenced in the movie several times. Like, when Epps and them first see him, that is one scary ass Decepticon. Or like,
and plus, is this like oh, sorry.
You go ahead.
I was just saying, is this also like kind of the only Shockwave design that actually has a mouth, or at least a visible mouth?
Yeah, he kind of does. Oh my god, he does.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
to be, was it necessary? No, but I will give credit.
It's more like mandibles, but still,
it adds to the creep factor.
Right.
Like, seriously, this Shockwave is just, again, design-wise, is one of my favorites. Again, my issue is just I wish he had more of a presence than he does in the story. Like even if it's just something as simple as like maybe he's working with Sentinel on the space bridge, like they're overlooking it. There's, kind of like that moment between Ratchet and Shockwave and Prime, like when they're building the the frickin' what was it?
Megalock.
Yeah, the makeshift Omega Lock. It's like, just have a moment where Sentinel and Shockwave are talking, and maybe they're like geeking out about science, or like have some commonality in that they both just want to do what they feel, they both want what's best for Cybertron. But whereas, Sentinel is kind of like, playing to Tom's point, whereas Sentinel is kind of more of, feels like he's kind of being pushed into this. Shockwave doesn't have that same problem. Shockwave is just like, Shockwave's like, who's going to miss this planet?
Yeah. Just give me a few seconds, guys. I'm going to switch over.
All right.
I mean, fortunately, we're getting close to the end.
Yeah. I feel like we'd be remiss to not bring this up, but like, can we just talk about Starscream's death in this movie?
You'll find that I am much more forgiving about a lot of these movies than typical, but I do not care.
No, that's totally fine, dude. Like it's like, I don't know, there's just something cathartic about Sam taking out Starscream that just makes it funny.
Yeah. And it's just a perfect example of what overconfidence gets you.
Oh yeah. And to give credit in Starscream's death scene, Charlie Adler, who does Starscream's voice in the first 3 live action films, Charlie in this scene is just like hamming it up, and I'm here for it. Welcome back, Justin. You there, bud?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here.
No, I was checking if Justin was still here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we were touching on Starscream's death scene, just how funny it is.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, Charlie Adler in the I was saying to Tom, it's like Charlie Adler, who voices Starscream here. Like in this scene, like we're saying in the scene where he gets killed by Sam, like he is just hamming it up, and I am here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, to be
Like-
fair,
Like
getting gouged in the eye, that shit hurts. And honestly, I wince every time I
Not
see
even-
anything like that in movies.
no, I feel
Yeah.
you, but I'm not even just talking about that scene. I like when I mean hamming up, like I love saying like some of the things he says to Sam, like I love when your little insect feet try to run. Thought you were working for us, boy. And then Sam's just like, man, shut the fuck up. My eyes! I can't see! You don't need to see.
I will admit the scene when Sam and Lennox are like on the cable, and like Sam says, there's a,
There's a
basically
bomb.
says there's a bomb. Yeah.
Yeah.
What bomb? That bomb.
Yeah, I admit that scene was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Can't say bomb. Bomb, 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 bomb. Fuck you, YouTube. Just saying. Love you. Anyways. But
And
yeah.
Speaking of Starscream, what do we? I mean, I guess much like he didn't really do much. So he did have that pretty badass moment when he destroys the shuttle there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
You
also,
guys
That
wanna talk
was
about
really
that?
well done in terms of shots.
just him perched on a satellite like a bird of prey watching a mouse. That is just creepy, and I love it.
Also, just the shot where like shows the satellite and then like shows it reflected in his eye there.
Yes. Like that is such a like. Say what you want about these movies, but cinematography wise, they are gorgeous looking movies. Like seriously, the Decepticons invasion of Chicago is like we meant it when we said at the beginning, folks. Like, holy crap, what they got away with in this movie is just nothing short of amazing with the brutality.
Yeah.
Oh,
Indeed.
yeah.
I mean,
What was that like?
like at one point, you literally just see a Decepticon transform as people are running away, and he's like laughing as he's shooting them. It's like Justin and I. It's like I remember when we watch partied it not that long ago. We're like Justin and I like there is no strategic advantage to killing all these people. The cons are just doing it to be assholes.
Yeah.
But again, that's why we love. That's why we love them. It's like they're the bad guys. They're supposed to be assholes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, just oh my god, like this movie is pretty edgy for a PG-13 movie.
To be fair, was kind of like, let's just say we were still kind of coming out of our edgelord phase.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I mean
coming
like
out-
what I don't mean like that kind of edgy, Justin. I mean more in the sense of like it really pushes the boundaries of what you can get away with in a PG-13 movie. Because let's be honest, realistically, if they had shot this as a more realistic kind of movie, this movie would have easily gotten a hard R rating for the violence alone.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
But again, like we've always said before, when it comes to Transformers, you can always go hard R when they're robots.
Yeah.
Because censorship be damned.
Yep.
But still, like,
I guess. Oh, you go ahead, Justin. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
well, as I was saying, like like some scenes, like you said, where they're like blasting people and like turning it, they're like basically being disintegrated.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, dear God.
I mean,
also just
almost
love,
as
like, that
creepy
scene-
as. Sorry,
No, you go ahead.
I was just almost as creepy as the disintegration scene in War of the Worlds, but not quite.
Oh, that's up there for me. I will admit, I think War of the Worlds is a little better in the sense of like it feels more cinematic.
Right?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. But so we're pretty much coming to the end of this.
Did we talk about Laserbeak?
We did talk about Laserbeak.
Okay.
Briefly,
Don't
but
wanna,
like
talk- You don't want to talk about like
here's
any of
what-
the scenes?
Honestly, the fact that he was basically the Decepticon's own Terminator was really cool.
He has
Also-
like two really memorable scenes.
All
Oh,
right.
for sure.
One is obviously, like after like Megatron tells Soundwave, it's time to terminate loose ends. And that's like Soundwave's like, Laserbeak, kill them all. And Laserbeak goes, with pleasure. And then just the scene where he like lands in the backyard, turns into like a little pink Autobot, and like approaches
Yeah,
that
pink
like little
Bumblebee.
girl's like,
Yeah.
he's like, is your daddy home?
Oh yeah,
I
that
gotta
was
give
some
credit.
horror
That-
shit.
Oh yeah,
And
like
the little girl just lets him in.
And it was crazy. Did you say, like, in the novelization, it's kind of implied that after he kills the dad, Laserbeak kind of kills the rest of the family?
Oh yeah, because in the novelization he doesn't speak. Instead, well, okay, he kind of speaks, but it's more like he just makes noises and Soundwave can interpret what he's saying.
Right.
So, yeah, so giving him the ability to speak in the movie didn't bug me too much. It's like, okay, I can kind of see where they're coming from because again, birds are meant to be crazy smart. Because
Right.
parrots and crows and ravens and stuff can imitate human voices.
By the way, if you ever heard a crow speak, you understand why people believed in demons.
Exactly, and why we're probably closer to getting Alfred Hitchcock than ever before.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it's heavily applied after he kills that guy in his house because like the wife walks into the room after she hears all the commotion. And she just starts screaming bloody murder, and Laserbeak just turns and stares at her creepily before flying in her direction as she takes off running. And it's heavily implied that he killed her and the little girl, too. And it's like, which, to be fair, no witnesses.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, yeah, Laserbeak is just straight up fucking creepy in this movie, and I love it.
Which, I mean, when you said, like, how in the novelization Laserbeak doesn't talk, and again, the novelization was kind of the original script before they changed it. Because you pointed out, because the scene, when Laserbeak is telling Megatron about, like, him, like, kind of leading the Autobots to the location of the Ark, you point out how Laserbeak's mouth movements aren't entirely in sync. And you said, like, that was kind of why, because originally he wasn't supposed to talk. Instead, make bird-like noises, and Soundwave would have translated him.
Right.
Autobots have taken the bait. They discovered the Ark and returned with its cargo.
Fun fact,
Yeah,
Laserbeak in this movie. What? Yeah, so I'm actually about to get to that. Fun fact, Laserbeak is voiced by the guy who voices Ironhide in the Cybertron games.
Really?
Yeah, Keith, I know the guy's name is Keith. I cannot pronounce his last name to save my life because I feel like the only way I could sound it is if I'm having a stroke. Like I'm not even trying to be funny when I say that. So I am sorry, Keith. If you ever somehow find and listen to this, I am so sorry. I am sorry. But yeah, it's like, yeah, Ironhide in the Cybertron games also voices Laserbeak in this movie. Who knew?
Yeah, but the second scene of his that's pretty memorable is obviously the scene when he kills Jimmy there.
Jerry, yeah.
Oh, poor Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, him.
Jerry.
Yeah. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
that
Hangover-
same actor, he's in
guy
The
from
Hangover,
Hangover.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Also, Tom, that same actor also voices Bobby in K-pop Demon Hunters.
I beg your finest fucking pardon.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
Bobby. That's Bobby. AKA the adorable manager who only takes a 3% cut.
Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Help me out here. Wasn't one of that guy's kids also one of the actors in that movie?
I think so. Yeah. But yeah, no, I agree. Like the scene with him and Jerry, Laserbeak and Jerry is
okay. So apparently
I know
Bobby also has some lore.
Yup. I feel like I need to do that now for my K-pop Transformers crossover.
Oh no!
I mean,
Don't do Bobby like that.
Too late.
But But
God
honestly,
damn it.
But no, anyway.
I mean,
But honestly,
but honestly,
yeah. But I know,
whenever you
I know
think of
Jerry's.
Jerry, I find
It's like,
him kind of annoying.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, Justin. It's more just because, like, again, it's that very weird, what the fuck kind of humor.
Well, it's very like as we say, like Spike TV kind of humor.
Yeah, it's like the fact that they had to make it's like you could have easily just had him give this information to Sam without making it weird, without him straddling him in the stall. Sam's
Yeah.
own words, by the way. You
Yeah.
straddled me in the stall, okay? That's not just something I forget when another grown man is in my face like that in the bathroom. It's like, yeah,
But
I wouldn't
honestly,
forget that either. Now, I will say this,
honestly,
though. I will say
Yeah.
this, though,
Hey,
Justin.
look. To be fair
As
to Sam,
far-
he showed way more restraint. If a man did that to me, I wouldn't listen to a damn thing he'd say. I just beat the shit out of him.
Right? That's what anyone would do in that situation. Like, dude, get the fuck off me.
Yeah.
But I will say this much: as Jerry's death scene, I know it's meant to be fucked up because it is. It's
Yeah.
also kind of low key funny. Like, I know I should, it feels like a Joker moment for me, where it's like I know I shouldn't be laughing at it, but yet I am.
It's like that scene in Batman Forever. Surf's up, big kahuna.
Yeah, it's like that. Just the scene of him falling past the window and John
now I need
Malkovich character.
now I feel like I need
Jesus,
to splice that together.
please do.
I'm splicing that shit together.
Like, we just fight with him before throwing him out the window.
Oh, Jerry, you're my favorite. That's why I saved you for last. Now tell me, what did you say to Witwicky? And then Jerry just pulls out the guns, like, "Oh, you messed with the wrong way now,
bro
bitch!"
pulled out 2 Berettas.
And Laserbeak is like, "Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's adorable." Like, he straight up pulls a Donkey Kong from the Super Mario Bros. Movie, the Illumination one. He's like, I'm sorry. Now you die."
Yeah. But also, like, what was that one line Laserbeak says when he's like just toying him? He says something like, "My employers want me to suicide you."
Yep. Like,
Something
again,
like that.
Laserbeak is so fucking creepy in this movie, and I honestly fuck with it. Like, he's so creepy. Like, you can tell he just takes pleasure in killing people.
Oh yeah. Also, I actually didn't mind the whole gimmick he has, where he can like literally turn into pretty much anything.
Nah, I didn't really have a problem with that either. Tom, what do you think?
I mean,
I don't know what I can add that you guys haven't already done, honestly.
because to be fair, he
Well-
does use it to really good effect. Like, remember, he turns into the copier, then he turns into like the TV on the wall there.
That okay, I gotta admit that is pretty clever. But
Yeah, a little bit. I did like the. Yeah, well, I did love that reference with the copier when it starts, beeping the more than meets the eye.
That is a clever touch. But
and yet we still and yet for some reason in these movies we still don't get a variation of the Transformers theme song. I'm very disappointed in you, Paramount.
All right. Can we we're
Yeah,
running pretty long.
we're about
here,
a little
guys.
Yeah.
Should we talk about well, should we at least talk about the climax?
I think that's a good place to end it on before we go to closing thoughts.
All right.
Yeah.
Tom, what do you think? Your call.
You guys open it up. I'm gonna grab something to snack on.
Alrighty. So,
Well, I mean,
you go ahead, Justin. You lead us.
Okay. I mean, for one, yeah, it's a pretty exciting climax. Granted, you could say it does kind of get a little. Could probably say maybe gets a little too clustered.
Yeah, maybe.
There's just kind of a lot of happening. I mean, there are some highlights. Definitely the scene when Bumblebee kills Soundwave is a highlight for me.
Oh, for sure. No, I agree.
I will admit,
that is very.
I will admit the scene where Sam is like trying to save him, but
but like can't. Like honestly, that was actually some really good. That was actually some really good acting from Shia LaBeouf, especially since he was doing it mostly with no dialogue.
I mean, yeah, I mean, give credit where it's due. It's like it, it like I'm not gonna lie. First time watching that scene, I actually got a little teary. Like, no, you're not about to do this. Don't do this to
That's just
me. Don't do this to
especially
me.
at the moment. Just the moment, like when, like Bumblebee looks over and he sees Sam, and basically, through his radio set, he's like, "We had a good run." Almost like pretty
Like
much B
he's
is saying like he's accepting his fate.
like B at this point doesn't care what happens to him, just as long as Sam stays, just as long as Sam lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Thankfully, he gets saved at the last second by Wheelie and Brains, which I'm kind of shocked we didn't talk about Brains.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he's kind of pointless.
Yeah. Brains is another case that I like the idea, but the problem is just that he's not well executed.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you could kind of say the same thing with Wheelie too.
Yeah, definitely. Still, I prefer this Wheelie over G1. Still saying it.
I thought Tom was the one with that hot take.
I mean, to be fair, to a point, I do like this one more than G1 Wheelie. Not by much, but still.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I don't know if
yeah,
I'd say I
but yeah,
hate him. It's just more of I just don't really see him as having much purpose.
nah, admittedly, I kind of have to agree with you. He does just kind of feel like he's just there to be. It just
Comic
felt like
relief.
it just feels like Wheelie's existence in the movies was because, hey, Wall-E came out in 2008 and people loved a cute little robot in that movie. Let's let's have our own little robot Pikachu mascot.
Yeah.
Because they literally tried that same thing again with Squeaks in The Last Night and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But we'll talk more about that when we get there because I actually do like Squeaks.
But yeah,
But in terms of the finale, it's like, so obviously I think the big one is that it's pretty much well-known knowledge at this point, but the ending that we get for this movie was not how the movie was originally supposed to end.
oh yeah.
Originally,
And
after Carly motivates Megatron to basically get off his ass, what happens is it was supposed to lead to Megatron and Optimus tag teaming Sentinel, and ultimately Sentinel getting killed by Optimus shooting him with his own cosmic rust cannon. Afterwards, we would get a scene with essentially Megatron suing for peace. And to be fair, he's got all the reason to. Like, his army is in shambles. All of his lieutenants are pretty much dead. It's like
right.
the Autobots have pretty much won. Like, what else is there left? It's like, and at first, Optimus is kind of like, are you really suing for peace, or are you just trying to lull me into a false sense of security? Like, I don't believe you. And Megatron just straight up is like, I don't care if you believe me or not. I mean what I say. I'm done fighting. I'm gonna take my Decepticons. We're gonna go back home to Cybertron. We're gonna fix it up. And if you don't believe me, well, you still have Sentinel's gun. Feel free to shoot me. And Optimus is like, no, I'm not you. I'm not gonna do that. And Megatron's like,
Yeah,
exactly. And I love this bit of dialogue in particular before Megatron takes his leave. He turns to Optimus one last time before he leaves, and he says, when I do rebuild Cybertron and I'd make things better, I will call for you and yours here on Earth so that you can come home and we can be as one race again. And then he just leaves. Like, not gonna lie, that honestly would be an amazing ending. Now the reason the audience is probably wondering, at least some of you out there that probably don't know any of this, why was this ending changed? Well, because it got leaked.
It got leaked. Yep.
And the filmmakers are like, well, shit. Now what do we do? So they decided.
Yeah.
So it's like It just
yeah,
it
to
sucks when that shit happens.
yeah, and to all of y'all who decided to make that leak, you know who you are, and you can go fuck yourself.
Yep.
Yeah, because honestly, I
Now,
do kind of think that would have been a better ending.
like, don't get me wrong, Optimus, getting the killing blow on Megatron, like other Transformers stories have done that. Like, I love how Cybertron ends with Optimus getting the final blow on Megatron / Galvatron. But I think the reason why it works a little better with something like that is because at least in Cybertron, it felt very samurai-esque, where it's like, at least when Galvatron dies, he dies with dignity.
Right.
Oh, hang on.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, it is cool that they tried to have kind of Optimus and Megatron have a sort of Batman Joker moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel ya. All right.
Because with Megatron saying, besides, where would you be without me, Prime?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll admit that was still effective as hell.
I mean, it is, but
Because they do
it
kind
is,
of
but
touch about that even in the original exchange, where Megatron kind of says something similar, and Optimus says like, "No, I'm not the one who needs you. You're the one who needs me because I gave you an enemy to rally behind."
pretty much. It's like, again, I
And then
get what they were
and then
going
again,
for.
it's like in the original, it's like Megatron doesn't deny it. He says, "You know what, Prime? You're right."
Yeah, basically. Again, I'm not saying the ending that we ultimately ended up getting is bad by any means, but again, it's one of those. It's just having Optimus basically decapitate Megatron like it's something again out of like a freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger movie just feels a bit much.
Yeah, and then just blow Sentinel's head off with no remorse.
Yeah, whereas at least when Sentinel gets killed in the original ending, when he gets hit, when Optimus shoots him with his own cosmic rust cannon, Optimus doesn't shoot him again. He basically just lets the cosmic rust do the job for him, because and there's this great moment where Sentinel still has that line where, as he's dying, he reaches towards Optimus. He's like, "You must see why I had to betray you," and Optimus just kind of looks away from him, and says, "You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself." Like, I think that would have been more effective, personally.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying the ending is bad. I'm just saying I get why a lot of people don't like it. But I also think it's like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. We just kind of have to accept it and move on.
Yeah.
So we're pretty much at the end. I think we've pretty much said all we want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, closing thoughts. Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Justin.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. Okay. But, so yeah, it's like, out of the original 3 of the Bayformers movies, I still think the first one is my favorite. But yeah, I will say that, yeah, this is definitely elite above over, Revenge of the Fallen. Even though I think, hanging with you guys has kind of given me more of an appreciation for Revenge of the Fallen, but still,
Agreed.
I mean, but let's not, sugarcoat it here. This movie does have problems.
Oh no, we're not saying otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's
No,
like
and-
I think, again, it's just more for me. It's like the criticisms I have with this one aren't to the same level that they are with Revenge of the Fallen. Because, I'm sorry to kind of cut in here, Justin. I just want to clarify
It's
this
okay.
real quick to explain what I mean. It's like,
That's fine.
again, it's like both movies have their problems, but my problem with Revenge of the Fallen, like I said at the beginning, was that it has a lot of cool ideas, but the problem is just that a lot of those ideas just don't really get to be as well fleshed out as they could be. This movie doesn't really have the same issue with that. I mean, it does to a point, at least with certain characters and plot points. But what I mean is that Revenge of the Fallen was a case of, like I said, because the first movie was such a big success to a point that nobody
We're
fucking
kind of
expected.
retreading old ground here.
I know, but I just want to clarify this real quick. But it was a case where the first movie was so good that, you know, they wanted to see if they could capture lightning in a bottle. Again, they realized, okay, we tried to fly a little too close to the sun. Let's kind of lower the altitude a little bit. And as a result, it's why I think Dark of the Moon, just story-wise and thematic-wise, works a little better than Revenge of the Fallen.
I mean, it's a lot more tighter. And like I said, I do feel like things like the twist could have had a little better build up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt more focused than Revenge of the Fallen, which just seemed to be jumping from like one to another.
Well, it didn't help that Revenge of the Fallen was also written during the short-lived writer's strike.
Yeah.
But we've already said our piece on that.
Yeah. I mean, Grant, you could probably say this one kind of jumps around the place a lot. I don't think it's as much as Revenge of the Fallen.
No, this one feels a lot more consistent.
And again, while I do kind of wish that maybe Sentinel was a little bit more developed, I still liked his character, and I did really like Leonard Nimoy's performance as him.
Oh, hell yeah. Tom, you want to go next?
And I think that pretty much sums up for me. Yeah.
I got really a whole hell of a lot to say. So just Hunter, you go on ahead and I'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Well, I don't feel like I'm going to have much to say either without retreading old ground again, so I'm just going to keep it short. Because, like, I do agree with a lot of the stuff that Justin just said, because I do agree that I do feel that those are issues. But again, I can overlook them a little bit more, I feel, because, again, because this movie is a little more condensed. It's a more condensed story than, like I said, Revenge of the Fallen was. Revenge of the Fallen is still a fun as hell movie. Like, that movie is a dopamine rush for sure, and that's why you love it. But it's like, you notice that it's like, and even with Revenge of the Fallen, I can still overlook the flaws because overall, it still does what a summer blockbuster is supposed to do. It's fun and entertaining. That's all it needed to be. And that's kind of the same thing with this one. It's just, again, I feel like Dark of the Moon has a bit more of a tighter story, and ultimately it manages, like I said, it feels condensed, a lot more condensed, but it still feels grand because of the whole plot of, you know, they're shipping Cybertron to here. Like, that's pretty big in terms of scope.
Yeah.
Overall, I definitely feel like had this been where the Bay films ended, at least with Bay's tenure, because originally he was supposed to end. This was supposed to be his last movie, but we'll talk more about that with the next two. Yeah. I definitely think this feels like it would have been. This honestly does feel still to a point like a fitting conclusion. Like it feels like a pretty conclusive ending to a pretty solid trilogy. And that's basically all I got to say. So, Tom, take it away.
All right. So that will do it with this episode of our Transformers retrospective. I hope you guys enjoyed reliving this movie as much as we did. Well, you
don't want to say your piece?
I just said I didn't have. That's why I didn't. That's why I moved it over to Hunter.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had a book. Okay, never mind.
But yeah, I'm very, very glad we were able to get through this. We condensed it a little more ish.
We probably were a little bit all over the place, but then again, so are these movies.
Right, but
I definitely feel like with no, it's good. I feel like by the next one we're gonna be a little better prepared to go into it.
All right, but yeah, we'll see it when we get to that next one. But until then, please do those things we YouTuber kind of. Anything else you have to add?
Yeah, just gonna say, like I said, we're trying to get back on track with this so we can at least finish this up before this year is over. Next on the docket, because we've already technically done Predacons Rising, we're just gonna skip over that. Please go watch that episode. It's a really good episode. We're really proud of the work we put into it.
Yep.
But next on the docket will be the 2014 sequel, Transformers: Age of Extinction. Like I said, I think we're going to be a little better prepared to go into that one. So
What
with
are we
that,
gonna have
Tom,
some shit to say about that?
both positives and negatives. But Tom, take us out.
Well, with all that being said and done, ladies and gentlemen, please do those things we YouTubers love to beg our audience to do, which is leave a like, comment on this episode, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe if you want more of this type of content. And with all that being said, this has been Last Call from whichever channel this is going to be posted on. I still don't know yet. So have yourselves a fantastic time of day because you're all fantastic people.